let's watch his next episode.
See, he did it again. You see, he did it again.
What flavor is this?
I
am a Simba.
Huh? What flavors?
Yeah.
Cheese and onion.
Cheese and onion, ne?
Simba.
No.
I don't think it's Simba cheese and onion.
It's from Woolies.
Yeah, that's why EMB. Cheese and onion is Simba mnandi. But Lay's balsamic vinegar.
No, but mina chips yabona ngidla ama knickknacks. La chips mina ngiyona into zami.
Chupego does a number on people. My taste buds. Selana namathumbu.
Patata.
Ama-taste buds asewajoyela i-poverty.
Hlala lezi siya-check-a la check Mike 1 2 3 awenze babhatata.
Yazi nginokubona ama-time afethu hamba yothenga umbila.
Bani?
I-time is a multi-millionaire yothenga umbila niyajabula. Bukani ngithengeni.
Umbila osiwe.
Hayi ngosiwe lo oboiliwe. Ngiphathela umbila lapho I'm looking at him like you.
Mfana ufuna umbila.
Reminds you of your poverty amadumbe.
No man, as I'm driving December. Think of December heat. Umjita uhleli in the heat. Uwosa umbila on a little bright stand in between his thighs. And I'm like, this guy. Like akho mhlambe dayisa ama apple munch yena dayisa umbila.
Out between your thighs nomlilo ngivele ngacabanga ezinye izinto.
No. Wayicabangani?
Uthi kube usiso odayisa umbila lawo awosa between her thighs. Ngabe akuma customer?
Yeah, I would buy.
Uphephetha kanje.
Akho price tag.
Awunazo umbila.
Iwewe eshisayo. Istof
umbila.
I know. That's disgusting. Anyway, evening gentlemen.
Good evening, Squire. Welcome to the Illuminati. Let's
join triangles. Kodwa umjita ku YouTube osebenza nje mfethu ukwenza ama video ku TV mina ngidemoni bro.
I don't know demon.
Ukuthi ngidemoni bro.
Uthi wena.
Ukuthi ngidemoni.
Oh, there's a guy that used to do that. I wonder if it's the same guy. I just don't watch his content.
I was just like, bro, like, and I remember the one time I like said something with look, sometimes we see things differently, but you know, you stay in your lane, you know, I stay in my lane, and let's be respectful. I thought I was nice. Our kind of it. What's in demon? Excuse now.
Was he lying?
What in demon?
Tell him a demon.
Demon.
But I think it demon, Satan, is that it demon?
Yeah, he was saying it's satanistic. Ufaka ama clip uyasika ama clip mhlambe ngiyacula mesethi ama demon ayacula yabona noma mhlambe njenganje mhlambe ngigcoba umlomo bese ubheka ugcomba umlomo njenge demon yonke into nje yami ino satanism
manje umnikeza spotlight ukukhuluma ngayo manje
ngiyamnika spotlight mhlambe uyayisidinga mhlambe uzoshaya ivideo right mhlambe isn't such an angel.
You know, one of the cool things about gaining a bit of traction in online is you start having the privilege of choosing who to respond to and who not to.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I've had local, biggish podcasters. I've had international guys that I've refused to sit with. But it's because fuck all. And I know some of them it's because they want to ride on whatever wave that you're on.
Do you ever find yourself fighting? Because for me, this conversation was an authentic one, where I'm talking about this person. So it wasn't like me thinking not or to talk about him. I don't know if that makes sense. So do you ever find
it doesn't make sense.
So do you ever find yourself saying, I won't respond because I don't want to give him spotlight, instead of just doing what is natural?
Which is talk.
Which is what, whether you give him spotlight or don't give him spotlight, but it's just a natural reaction to something.
It's a good question. On my way here, I found myself thinking about Kanye West, and he's not the only one. And the more famous and the more rich you get, I think J. Cole is another good example, maybe Eminem.
Yeah.
The richer and more famous you get, you have to begin working at being normal, or you're being your natural self.
Oh, got you.
So to answer your question, the natural thing would have been to respond or to engage. But because I understand the dynamics of doing that and I now know the consequences, part of it is to protect my real natural self, which is to actually not engage. So ngifuna ukuthuka uTrump ngeyinhlambe ezinkulu, ngifuna ukuthuka South African politicians.
Yeah.
But once we get to a certain level, we now have to think
About the
about
consequences.
it, of the consequences, because you're gonna meet that guy or you know someone that works with him, and that's where you lose yourself. But you're like, look, I don't want to lose myself, but I also don't want to do the thing that I did when I was like a nobody. It becomes a huge thing. The things I post now on Twitter get me attacked so much, when in the past it was never the case.
Yeah,
But again-
poster. Which you tweet.
Dave's a face Ukraine. What's all about Skipani? You right?
Ngathi
Why you go copies with the audience?
hayi.
Awunendaba ne-audience.
Authentic.
Mina ngihlala amakhep mfana.
Authentic. Yini wena wafika uzosiphatha la?
How are you doing, Penson? How are you doing, bro? Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the AMAGENTS.
No.
The AMAGENTS podcast.
Ubani memele mjini? Ubani sizwe wena lo umemile ngobhatata.
Check. We're filming this on Friday, the 30th of May. I need that timestamp because I realize people get messed up with the timing.
Nangu munye
Solemn party.
No, ngathi nginibingelele nje. Nginibuza ni right wena kade udlala uTikTok the whole day. U-addicted wena ku-TikTok.
Hey, man.
Unenkinga. Wena uyaddicted kwenye izinto kodwa zingeke sizisho.
Ukuhleka mina.
Akungona uhleke.
What is easy for you to rest in peace, Presley Chwene Yagai. I don't even know what his character's name was on Utsotsi, but Ebe Utsotsi.
His character was Tsotsi.
But he became super famous as Uko Breezy.
Wally easy.
What easy.
Mr.
On the
Massive.
liver. Mr. Moss.
Massive.
Hey, rest in peace, man. What a talent. What a talent.
Uthini alcohol consumption? Uthini?
Unejela nangisha athi yazi when I wake up in the morning I eat bread and encyclopedia. My English is so good.
Okay. Let's get on the topics before we derails.
No, the topics is about social media.
What are we talking about, Vele?
Nangu
Man, I don't
mholi
like this
sister.
thing of being invited. In fact, I said I have to set up equipment. Ngaba mele ngikhulume.
Mathola ufuni phela sekuncenganga. Nangu Brasis.
Sizotokena yini?
Awu easy nje futhi. Futhi nje singathola more views.
Hlala udabeni.
Yeah. Yabo? Nganakho. So social media I like where it starts about this and addiction that I think a lot of us have and how it's actually shaped society. You know, so I'm in a couple of groups and you start hearing or start picking up certain patterns and you can see what you know this is not the thinking of an individual rather than a megaphone or a mouthpiece of what society is saying. Like when it comes to women, you shouldn't do Mr. Yes, Noma, hey, when it comes to okay, no and it's no longer him. So I'm thinking with the social media and where it's playing, especially because again, we were watching a lot of the TikTok reels, TikTok shorts, TikTok videos.
Sure.
TikTok
Videos is good enough.
No,
What-
let's choose one with
what-
videos.
videos. What's the effect that we are starting to see, guys, in real time, manje, in current society and the direction that we're going?
Because of scrolling.
No,
Because
just
of
in social media. Like, what are you guys picking up on? Because I want to go into a deeper topic, but I just want to use this one almost to segue into that one.
Ifebe.
How much?
Can't you wanted a polite answer? You asked me what is the effect of social media and the impact it has on society. You had your idea and it. I'm telling you,
What about you, Febe?
it has increased it. I think
Girls have become ifebe because of social media influence.
I think it somewhere sharp, you know,
Somewhere what?
promiscuous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
boy,
think-
now with the encyclopedic.
No, but what I'm saying is now
was
Zota wabantu mfethu does whatever she does. I think when a girl is sitting at home, they're like, Emma, today angina next. I want ngifuna vibe vandag.
Sure.
It's like okay, it's possible mfethu. I need to have Uber money, go to a club. Ngithola umjitanyana in the morning uga something ngibuyele endlini.
Unfortunately, they don't even go with Uber money. But sorry.
Yeah, you know, travel like that for me, one of the issues that I'm seeing
Imali yokuya.
Yeah.
I necessarily yokubuya.
Hayi just
sorry.
to lend affair.
Hadi.
Lend affair like mnatcho. Coming back, food, alcohol.
No,
Mnandi, you know. So for me, one of the issues that I have with social media is the women embracing bufebe in the name of this is who I am, it's my identity, I've been oppressed for too long, so this is how I identify now. You can't tell me how I must behave. So I think immorality has went down because of social media.
Who defines morality?
I mean, I wanted to ask him to define what is febe yini, because I've had this conversation with many girls where they'd say what it like febe is a body count of 30 plus. For example, you're like, so umuntu na 27 nje akayona isifebe body count but cha, as an example. So when umauthi febe, what are you saying? Multi morality. Uthini?
But kichera dangu chakatula mfethu, like she just loves mfethu ukida majida, one for fun or one for inyuko mfethu.
So you're saying because of social media there's been an increase in girls liberally sleeping with men,
yes,
for good times or for money.
Yes.
And if it weren't for social media, fewer girls would be doing that, or there'd be a lower propensity of that.
Let me just say fewer girls would be doing it.
So they're influenced by social media.
I think it is a high
celebrities
influence. Yeah, no, definitely. It is a high influence. I think also equally as well, it is a high influence on Amajita that now want to spend and impress women. Okay. And I think it's because of social media as well. They're seeing that guy dressed in this way, buying bottles, and it's like, nice fun. That guy was selling your last 5 hour. He's at the club. He went there to spend it hour.
Sure.
I
used to be umashonisa and amachita would call me on Friday night, Saturday night. Bese maklapini. Beboleka imali.
Yeah.
Ngesinye isikhathi athi kusecela i-wallet kule number le. Khona i-sheriff ethi kumele
ithole something.
So lento adisha about i-Uber. Awuthumele le cherry nyungu mfethu udinga imali azokwazi ukugebeleza kimi.
Yeah.
You don't think amachita there's also been an increase in promiscuity on their side because of social media, especially 100%. Instagram nama slay queens, amachita DM, Tinder, amachita swipe ukuthi kuse nali khekhe lilahlile awuthi ngibangene awuthi ngilingene
100%. So for now there's a moral decay because of social media. Yeah. There's a serious moral decay.
Who defines morality? How do you define morality?
I mean, how I grew up, morality was just defined
how I grew up.
Yeah, how I grew up. Yeah.
Okay.
Because now you know change, you know. Family, church. Because I grew up in a church environment, so it was church and what see. I know.
No, immoral man.
No, I'm fine now. As I grow, I'm realizing I didn't need the church for morality. Because me, in general, I'm a good person. So me. So I didn't need it.
Why do you need to tell us that?
I need laying chala masing.
We are a good person. The way you grew up versus Itamalako. Do you think you were as moral as Itamalako? The way he grew up, or do you think he was more moral?
I think maybe he was.
Because I'm asking the way I grew up. Thing? I'm trying to ukuthi mhlambe khona ama 2000 nazothi we're much better than
we so moral.
Yabo khona ingane manje na 14 ejudge ingane na 20. Yeah, you guys are disgusting. Tina, we used to listen to what Destiny's Child. Tina, we're like, oh, Destiny's Child. I
think as time goes, in fact, I think the morality just.
Tina, sisibuko Tupac, two more Thug Life. Now, but you, bitch, nigga.
My grandmother was like, why are you guys watching this thing? I think she even stopped us from watching that nonsense. You know when I watch this thing in my house.
Hizo like religiously.
Young told so
me to study hizo.
I mean,
Kulenge hip hop in Nhlamba.
Mystical. Yamazi ingoma ebizwa ngePussy Crook.
I didn't listen to hip hop. So I don't know anything about it. I grew up with Kwaito.
Uyakubona nje uthi soft.
Yeah, Tina, I wouldn't.
It's ingoma. Dick, don't fail me now. They call me the Pussy Crook. That's a song about rape. And you used to sing because I was in grade 6. Now you're singing. Dick, don't fail me now.
Wi-Fi. What the fuck is that? Yes, Sizo, I know. I'm asking for your audience. We've got a young audience. What's a hi-fi? Is it a cow? Is it a hi-fi cow?
I was talking. What am I hi-fi?
But in hi-fi techniques.
Don't fail me now.
No, that's not techniques. That's not.
What's a hypha?
He's
Yeah, telephone back in sharp.
What's a hypha?
A hyper is what a soundbar is now. It's like radio, FM,
CDs, yeah.
cassettes.
Yeah.
Do you know what we saw?
You guys are not explaining this thing properly.
A boombox, a ghetto
It wasn't a
blaster.
boombox. What was a hypha?
It was a
It was a
ghetto-
small sound
It
system.
was a ghetto blaster.
The hypha was a small
No,
sound
guys,
system.
hi-fi was like 5.1 sound. 5 speakers, 1 subwoofer. It had a CD and a
it was
cassette.
it was a skyscraper.
up, dog.
It was a
No.
skyscraper of music.
2 speakers, guys.
Oh,
Don't make it
I
seem like
see
your
the-
phone. It's like a
see the
sound bar,
now.
radio FM. Describe it to the audience that doesn't know. What is a hypha? What was a hypha?
A boombox. A ghetto blaster. Yoni hypha leyo. Ongayazi.
I will
Oh.
explain it up a pen.
I mean,
Doesn't define a monitor in a computer. Monga chaza, what's a computer? They're like, oh, you mean like your laptop or your tablet? You're like, no.
No.
I mean, it's Google with the girls.
Sinasasema project.
With the tower on the side.
Sinasasema project eklasini hambi yothatha ama plastic la push project lapha. Hey ngengele ekhula manje understand.
Linganisa uphinde uyishaye la.
Jela twist la
Ukuthi
ukuthi
ibe accurate.
yavala lento le ikhayisa iglobe.
I interrupted you. A hi-fi was like a music system that was really big. Old school big music system that had CDs for cassette tapes, which people may not know. And it had big speakers. But it was a mini skyscraper of sound. And music.
Khona abantu bangazi kusho
With lots of
cassette.
knobs. Lots of knobs.
Because mina mistake ngumdlala icassette.
Lo muntu bakathi don't pay me now. It's like bakahlaba and then beyiwa.
Uthi they call me the pussy crook. Cabanga, this is me 11 years old rapping
Ignorant.
ignorant. But this has to
But being influenced.
but being influenced because this is all putting some sort of foundation within that subconscious mind somewhere or another. We spoke about this earlier on that picture where the lady posts and she said Guti, they met each other on TikTok and then 9 months later they got married, you know. And I was like, look, that's the whole movies that we were raised on, that love at first sight, that's oh my gosh, you know.
Why are you shaking your head?
I don't condone such, man.
But then,
Imag, is it worse to meet on TikTok than to meet at Pick and Pay?
Hey, bro.
Huh?
You never know what will happen. I'm just worried with stuff
no,
like
but
that.
I need to, as
But they are
Njoba
normally
They
mentioned,
met on
Joe.
TikTok, but sebeshadile. That's a beautiful thing. But that's where they met. It could have been at Pick and Pay.
Yeah. Man, that's the power of social media, though, you know, that you can meet.
It's access. It's access.
And I think the other thing,
are we grumpy at how they met?
You guys.
No, I'm saying maybe certain people outside of just me and Utebza, how they met or the speed in which they got married. 9 months. From being total strangers, having never seen each other on any space, and then boom, got married 9 months later. Because those are all those Jennifer Aniston type of Ashton Kutcher movies.
So uyemhlangeni uhlangana nechichi.
Boom.
Mese niyashada in 2 months and you're saying that's too fast.
Yeah.
That's how it was done though.
I'm asking a
no,
question.
for sure.
I'm asking a question.
But
Especially in today's
who are
time.
you asking? Rather make your point.
Who am I asking? Buza abalaleli. Because we've just had a very, 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 very sad event with Usisi, who was on her second date with Umchita.
Sure.
Yeah?
Her second date.
was the second
it was their
date.
first official date. They met before.
Or they met before?
Yeah,
first
it was their
official date.
first
Okay,
official
so
date, yeah.
it was the second time they meet each other, you know, which again is relatively fresh. And long story short, for those that don't know, Usisi got murdered.
Sure.
You know, so the question brutally murdered. So the question is, how soon is soon?
Olorato Mongale.
R.I.P. Sisi.
Sure.
Justice for Olorato. Certain suspects have been shot and killed. One suspect. So we're hoping that
two accomplices have been arrested.
Ubaba
Parents.
Umkwanazi just
And
deals
then
with
two
the
of the
whole
other
processes.
suspects are still on the run.
So
As we record this.
you know, and obviously more things will always get unfolded, you know, as we know within the system. Yala Mzansi. The question then, because she did everything right, according to what we deem, you know, send location, talk to your friends, tell them where you're going, who you're going there with, and then obviously the tragedy still happened. Is it the speed? Is it the stranger? Is it the...
It's everything.
What is it about social
they
media?
didn't meet on social media.
Where did they meet?
Oh, in the streets, I think in Bloom.
Just
That's why I wanted to ask Kuti, what's this got to do with social media? Moses Tole, who's the most prolific rapist and murderer South Africa's ever had, wasn't using social media to rape and butcher women. He was meeting them in the street, promising them jobs. At shy short left. And then
that's what I'm saying. There's never a right answer, and I guess
there's never a right answer.
Yeah, that's why from a woman's perspective, it's simple as, why do men do this? Like, what would push a man to get to a point where you murder this person? There's probably rape involved. Like the why?
Why?
I'm saying women would ask, the fault is the man.
Okay.
Why did the man do these things? Like, what makes a man get to that point where picks up a lady, says we're going on a date, rape and kill?
I don't think women. Women ask. Yes.
No, let me say. What I'm saying is that the past few days, all the women are saying, "Mara, why amachita aso?"
They're not asking.
I think they stating that men are the problem.
The reason I'm saying this is because Yazi Lento Isho, as much as they weren't asking, and this is not a woman thing. But I'm gonna blame women.
Okay.
We as a society are not serious about fixing social ills.
No, we're not.
We pretend.
No, we're not.
Right.
We're not.
So when you ask why, depending on who you are, you get attacked, you get bashed. And some of us, when we ask why, we actually genuinely want to unpack. Whether you're going to say it's childhood trauma, molest as a kid, or you just want to conclude and say, we've gone through the whole checklist. Because what we'll speak about Olorato Mongale story. We'll speak about Spusiso Lawrence, who killed his ex-wife.
Yes.
We'll speak about other people, and then we'll even flip the genders and speak about Flabber's girlfriend. And we need to get to a why. Why did Flabber's girlfriend stab him many times? We want to know.
It's understanding and studying the mind of a psychopath. You have to, because then you start picking up certain things.
If it is a psychopath.
If it is a psychopath, or if it is a learned behavior, or if it is nature, or if it is a traumatic experience. But no one wants to say, he's a monster. Why? How did he become a monster?
Oh, you know, it's crazy how with this chat, some people are going to say we are justifying.
It's
so crazy. And we're not trying to figure out why.
Protecting monsters. No, we're trying to study so that we can prevent.
I want to say... I had it.
No, you can go. I'll just say, there's another woman that I spoke to in the week while this thing is happening. Phone.
No,
No,
kuluma when I relax. Kuluma.
So this lady said, one of the mistakes this lady made was to get into a car on a first date. I was so happy she said that, because I was also thinking it. She said that, no, Mfetu, why would you don't know this guy? This guy is still a stranger in your life. Why do you go on a first date with Umchita Ekarin?
Why do you have a problem with that?
No, I'm saying she was also unpacking the why and figuring out, I think this lady was wrong by doing this.
Okay.
And she says the thing that this lady did that was not right was the fact that she got into a car with Umchita and they were meeting for the first time.
Okay.
She's like, that thing shouldn't happen. She doesn't do that. When she goes on dates, I can't name the person. When she goes on dates, she doesn't do that. You will meet me at the restaurant and I will pick the restaurant. Because I know the area.
Why does that matter?
No, she was just saying.
No, I'm asking you. Forget her. I'm asking you.
I'm saying I was glad Uti, I could speak to a woman and she was not fighting. And we're both unpacking Uti. This could have been done. This could have been done. We're trying to unpack.
To see where could things have been done better. So
whereas with other women, I can't even say anything. Immediately, Baba, I'm wrong. Then I have to pull back.
But with hindsight, we can always ask, why didn't she bring another friend? Why didn't they double date? There's so many in hindsight. But again, if men are the problem, then can we study men? Can we study men? If you're gonna say
no one is interested in that,
no one.
Can we please continue? Please continue.
Because boyfriends are raping girlfriends, husbands are raping wives. They're saying uncles are raping their nieces. So okay, can we study the patterns then?
Sure, it happens.
No, Kenzeg. That's a fact.
Okay, sharp.
Kenzeg. There's horrible dog shit that's happening. Are we not saying, okay, now so let's unpack what or why this person did what they did?
People are not interested. And we can say it's women, but it's a societal thing. What I wanted to say was,
but Lunga, if they're not interested, then how do we get to the root cause?
No, women don't need to be interested. Women can bash us all we want. As a machita, we then have to take it upon ourselves. We don't need to ask their permission. Let's go and fight and
Permission to solve? To what?
To ask these questions and have these conversations.
Okay, sure,
so
sure.
even if women get affected,
Yeah.
my point is, I wanted to say
Laba
earlier,
affected the most. Ibona banganendaba as to why the
My-
monsters that might be in their bed can switch at any point.
I'm an example and I'm seeing it now. And I guess as I get older, it's difficult for me. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to double down on my beliefs.
Okay.
Because I spent a good part of my life trying to figure out who I am.
Sure.
And I think I'm closer than I used to be.
Sure.
And now that I'm here, I need to be less accommodating of things that I'm not.
Sure.
And double down, even if it's controversial. To say, no, I've actually done the back and forth and I've asked. And I post these things on social media and I get attacked for them a lot.
Yeah.
Some of my views on pregnancy and marriage. But it's as I get older, I'm like, I need to say this more often until people know. You've got a situation where I've been vulnerable on social media about my personal life, about my family. I've been attacked by men and women to this day.
Yeah.
I don't speak about it anymore. I made a conscious decision.
About being open and honest and vulnerable about your personal family life.
Yes.
Okay.
This guy was giving us research, and people didn't
I
give a
was
fuck.
explaining.
Yeah.
So let's say I become a monster in 5 years' time.
Sure.
I'm giving you the data.
Sure.
So that when Penuel becomes Hitler, when I become Traore,
Sure.
when I become Moses Tole,
Sure.
you guys can patch together. Now, when monsters, talk about monsters, I'm talking about guys who have committed heinous things, thinking of committing heinous things, have a high probability. When they see guys like myself being vulnerable, being open about why certain things are happening, and they watch me being attacked, those guys laugh. Because they were about to tell us, we say, Busiso Lawrence. Hey, Bafethu, and you're like, hey, let's find this guy fast.
Yeah.
Jayam, Sondela, Stoke, let's make it a safe space. Us.
Yeah. How can I help you?
We've made social media and maybe even mainstream society because of the script. We've made it such an unsafe space, such that monsters are actually studying these spaces to not speak. So that, I mean, you've got a situation, sorry to deviate, they've just sentenced Mamaga Jocelyn Smith Kelly and her boyfriend, Jacquel, I think is his name, or something like that. They've been, and another guy, Stevino van Rijn. They've been given life sentences. The thing that I learned about the case is all three of them, from when the case started to now, have refused to speak. They haven't disputed anything, but there's no law that allows us to force them to say something. Now, if that mom was speaking and was saying, I've gone on social media and I've DM'd or Black Pen saying, I'm struggling, I need money. I'm thinking of selling my daughter. I need a hit. Social media will be like, what kind of fucking mom? It's like, okay.
Nyompayisa.
Yeah,
75 scored.
it was 28,000.
Yeah.
The 75 is another black lady. That's a recent story as well. We're not allowed to speak about evil women as well on social media because it's not part of the script.
We can only speak about evil men.
We can only, even when women commit evil,
Yeah.
a man has to be blamed somehow. Where was the father?
Yeah.
She was probably hurt by a man, whatever.
Okay.
The blame is never
So
on
no
the
one is
woman.
talking about, like, for example, I'm just making an example that Cassie groomed a 24-year-old when, never mind. Okay.
Cassie did what?
No, I'm just talking about no. So we're not
Is
allowed
this
to
a real
talk.
story?
No,
No,
I'm just talking
I'm
about Cassie's current husband and the
He's
age
younger
gap.
than her.
And he was the help because he was the personal trainer of the family.
Okay.
The guy who was FaceTiming them, watching Cassie and Diddy having sex,
Is her husband now.
is her current husband. When he was
And you're saying that
24
you
years
think
old
she
and
was
she was
grooming?
dead. Angithi, they say money, power, influence
Yeah.
is what Diddy used to groom Cassie.
Okay.
Are we not going to say the same thing for Cassie with her current husband?
Or
Age
Jada
and
Pinkett
age-
and her son's friend.
Yes, like because I'm looking at age gap, I'm looking at the money, and I'm looking at the power dynamic because we employ him. Usebenzela mina.
He's a subordinate.
He's a subordinate. There's a power dynamic, like at workspace, the corporate space. No one is. Are we not allowed to talk about those dynamics? The fact that
he's a man, therefore automatically
you have officially in every single public space said you've broken up with Diddy, but you're still FaceTiming your new man while getting smashed by Diddy consensually.
I saw a sad.
And then next thing, this guy, lo uyabuka yena when we are back nephuza mase fa ekushade.
Benkhuluma ngama-cuckold in one of the episodes. You guys, you were speaking with Ukulu. Yes, and you guys were speaking about gents who don't mind watching a woman getting smashed. Their woman getting smashed.
Anyway, but I'm saying if Diddy's a cuck and we get that and we say sure, but no one is willing to talk about this guy because they're trying to protect Cassie.
So no, I don't know. I can't comment on why people are not talking about him.
So the principle of what I'm trying to get to is that there is a protect woman, whether they are good, bad, evil, and everything in between.
That's the script here.
Okay, thank you. All right.
I saw a sad tweet today regarding. So the police in Durban killed the prime suspect in the Olorato Mongale case. Many people were celebrating.
Yeah.
Dark in Kwanazi.
Kwanazi was the trend.
So, outside of the fears of whether they followed proper police protocol, because they claim this guy was firing at them, which of course
firing first and then they fired back.
Sure, which is standard procedure. If you're being shot, you defend yourself. But obviously, we're hearing this from the people that survived. But a lady tweeted very correctly, and these are the things we're not allowed to ask. She was like, this is not justice, because now that this guy is dead, we don't know what he knows. We don't know if he's ever done this before.
If it's part of a syndicate, if there's a
bodies buried, if there's a syndicate, we don't know. And look, this falls into that thing I'm saying about data. When you make a space, because the script from Women for Change and the GBV activists is, you can't say, hey, I was at a primary school today. I was at a high school today. Mbugama grade 8, Nama grade 9. Hey, these girls, what do you mean? These girls are what? You can't say.
You can't observe and have an opinion.
The girls were wearing short skirts. I saw their bums out. They look like. And I'm speaking as a good man in inverted commas.
I said this.
I can imagine other men looking at these girls saying, hey, Nati look. But now I'm going to get attacked for raising that, which means I keep quiet. If I'm keeping quiet, trust.
All of us were quiet.
The monster's definitely not speaking.
I said this in a group that we're in, and I said this, and I was like, look, I'm working at a school. Part of my portfolio is to look after sports. And the under 16 water polo girls, how they dress is so inappropriate. And no, what are you looking at them? Why are your eyes looking at inappropriate things?
What if that was your daughter?
I was like, bro,
fuck you guys.
I was like, okay, what's as a gent, if you think that is appropriate, if you would like your 16-year-old daughter to dress like that.
Morality,
because now we've become numb to this. Yeah. We've become numb to this.
I've been having conversations with ladies about athletics, wear. Amachita Simbine with their dick prints bulging. Namachira Ashaya
in the guava print, is there.
I'm sure it's good for their streamlining, but I'm like, hey, I don't know, man. And you're talking into an high school. That's fucking porn content for days.
Can I ask, does it current do any athletic stuff? Does it help when the thing is tight?
I watched a reel that speaks about why so many female athletes, professional athletes, are on OnlyFans, and the financials and what.
Female athletes are on OnlyFans?
Yeah, they are on OnlyFans.
Yeah?
And or was it YouTube? Someone can watch. Yeah. And they're speaking about how the way that they dress when they're competing and in their Instagram, it's almost like there's steps in the morality. So making sure what I'm wearing the smallest thing, and then because it's fine, it's streamlined, as if, and then then some of these girls have these big hairdos. So you're gonna have the smallest little ties that cuts your guava, huge fucking hair, and then you're like, it's streamlined. Like, what's wrong with the comb tight? No, I kick, double up and then run. But anyway,
we've had Muslim female athletes that wear full body, nicely covered, and they still streamlined.
So like again, you go from dressing like that on the sports field. People go, what's her Instagram? Then Instagram, you go one step further, and then in the bio, OnlyFans. These are professional athletes. And you're like,
Debs, I asked a question, and I think we tried to answer, but it's a trick question.
Sure.
I asked who sets morality. I want to ask you, who should set morality? Because many people, Christians, will say, no, the Bible. Then other people, whether Christian or not, will say, no, but the law says. And when you're going to tell us about how you grew up, my old lady would always, that's nothing in the Bible. It's got nothing to do with the law. Why do you have an issue now if it's within the law? We come from an African history where our women were not dressed the way they are now, but we wouldn't sexualize them the way we do now.
I think
who should set morality?
Who should set morality?
I've got an answer.
Let's hear.
I think Ubaba of the nation. I think that's where it all starts. I think
when
it's
you
all
say Ubaba,
starts.
we say president. What
President.
Do you mean? Okay.
I think it all starts with leadership. Whether he says, "Hey, I'm stuck. Let me get a minister of morality." If that's where he wants to go, then he goes there. Because as it is now, it just feels like there's a spillage, Because again, if we are getting worse as Amachita with the GBV, if we're getting worse as OCC who are cheating and by favor, then where's society going? Are we saying what more people need to get murdered? Are we saying that more people need to get raped? Are we saying that more people need to get cheated on? Is that where we're going? Someone needs to say, the minister of morality needs to say, for example, infidelity needs to be, it's illegal. And therefore, I'll speak to the minister of police where no feba uzoboshwa. Much like where no shaya impama to umuntu for GBV, angithi nawo uyaboshwa. So, impama nokufeba are illegal. Now we guided. Then we guided by something.
So when are you asking who must guide that thing? Where are
I'm asking, in your opinion, who do you think should define?
Because we don't
morality?
have the church anymore.
We do.
Eh?
We don't follow
I'm fascinated.
It. We do.
I want
we do. We don't follow
Debza to answer. I'm fascinated that your go-to was the president of the country.
No. I'm saying, I thought that was for me in my life. It's obviously it's me.
No, not you. I'm fascinated that your mind went to the president.
Yeah.
Where other people would immediately go to their priest, their traditional leader, their father and mother. When you went to South Africa.
I went to a space where there's some sort of power.
Yeah, and you can regulate
it. There's power everywhere. I'm just fascinated that you went there.
Because I listen to half-ass Christians every day that Ntanga, you can't tell me that you're a soccer player if you don't play soccer. That to me is simple. You can't tell me that you're a runner if you don't run. You can't tell me that you're a cyclist on a bicycle. But I'm a Christian, let's say, I'm a Christian in heart. The fuck that means, bro?
No,
you
at
need
heart.
to practice your...
At heart.
No.
I actually don't think there's anything wrong with those
Yeah,
Christians.
that's fine.
But that's another conversation.
Yeah, it's a different conversation. I call them pap. Because there's no other religion that takes that nyova them. So I'm a Christian that can be via osmosis. Yazi lento ukuthi ungafundanga ebusuku awufundelanga physics uyabhala ngakusasa uthatha ibhuku le-physics ulibeke ngaphansi kwephilo ama-Christians anjalo. So I can't talk about those people because that's nteke. So at least we know ukuthi at least amaphoyisa have some sort of power. At least the minister have some sort of power, maybe more than because a lot of people, if there's trouble at home and there's GBV, I would assume that the majority of females, if it's the man hitting the woman, would call the police before they call their pastor to sort this situation out.
No, you sort it out before the police.
No, I'm saying my assumption, I said it's girlfriend, boyfriend, and no boyfriend shall cease. My assumption is that, I'm a Christian, my assumption that Usisi will call the police before she calls Mfundis.
All I was saying is that fascinates me that Penson, he basically
president.
believes that our politicians have the most power.
More than the church.
That's interesting.
Yeah, more than the church.
Yeah, oh man, it's not a simple answer because it has many degrees to it. But I think ultimately it's an individual's responsibility. I would go to the family.
You think a family should set morality such that if you tell me dagwa, you only shama drugs, that we must judge you based on that.
Yeah, I think the family must set the morality. Just it's unfortunate of us in our families we don't have leaders anymore.
No, but he's saying that's the leadership. Stagwa Nesfeb. That's the leadership. That's
you
the
reckon that's who
benchmark
should set the morality?
No, that's the benchmark.
No, then there's your parents. Then there's elders.
Yes, but he's saying that's the benchmark for that specific family.
Yeah.
A drunkard and Nesfebe.
Yeah,
So for
the
now,
parents.
So now the child says that's my benchmark. I'm happy if I can match that. Then I'm moral.
No, I'm saying that with the two parents that you guys are speaking about, Laba Petai, they need to account to a family structure. Whether the family structure is their parents, their grandparents, but they know that our morality and our code, it's written, it's in our family structure, it's in our family
Are you
lineage.
happy with that answer?
I think it's more complex, and for now I'm happy with it.
You're happy? No, the reason I ask is there are families that we would deem immoral. Let's use the Kardashians as an example because they're famous. We can judge them as outsiders, but then we shouldn't have an issue with, however, Abo North and Abo Kylie Jenner, because within the family they are moral.
Yeah, what they're doing is great.
If they want to take naked shoots, because it goes now to Penson goes to the South African government. Other groups go to the Shembe Church, the Muslim mosque. Their morality is set like that. Even if the president said today, all women can twerk, they'll be like, we're not going to do that.
No, we stuck
Even if people say, no, you must only get married at this age. No, you can only, they're like,
because I'm saying
do this.
there's going to be thousands of people that are going to say, yeah, but you guys are immoral because you're having kids out of wedlock. So for them, it's a morality thing. And the chances are the same people that are saying that are Christian. So for them, they are using the Christian level of morality, which in today's society has fallen flat.
No, in your world it has fallen flat. For some people it still works.
Of course, there's people that adhere and they are, but I'm just generalizing.
We left the church, Pram. So not I can just complain
so
about
I'm saying
church.
when it comes to South Africans that I have met, maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
I have met Muslims that are closer to the teachings of the Quran. I've met Amaju that are closer to their teachings. I've met
Torah.
Verse Christians.
Shembe.
I've met them all Shembe that are very, very close.
That's the Bible. That's Christian.
Yeah, one to Upshembe.
ZCC.
ZCC.
No, I'm just saying
IPCC.
These are Christians that are committed.
Heavy.
Yes. So as
Caesar, some of them are committed. Hey, Caesar.
Upigan.
Unpacking.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll pick.
Just adding.
I
think the closer you get, the more you'll be surprised.
Get to who?
Some of these groups. That
Mention the names.
Caesar needs a mic. Caesar needs a mic. Caesar, you need a mic, in fact.
Okay.
Mention the names. Mention the names.
Man.
No, I agree.
What you've been exposed to, I'd like your anecdotal.
So what I've learned over the years, right, is that the bigger some of these churches are, and the more sort of like stricter they are in their dogma, in like their rules, that stuff, the more of a sort of like, let's say, for lack of a better description, a military following, that then becomes the perfect sort of hiding place for people who are criminals in society.
It sounded like you wanted to speak about a certain church
No,
group.
I'm just saying, no, it's not a specific one. I'm
Okay.
just saying these bigger ones.
Which one? ZCC.
ZCC,
Shembe.
Yes.
You weren't shaking your head when we mentioned Muslims and Jews. You speak about these ones.
Say.
Oh.
No,
Muslims, Jews.
No. I know so many quote unquote immoral Jews and Muslims.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, if I switch on TV or social media, the people that are twerking, again, that's just my algorithm, associate and align with Christianity. Oh God, help me get this big booty. Yeah,
God help me get this big booty.
Thank God. Teach me how to make it clap.
I don't know what the fuck you're watching.
TikTok. I ain't gay no more. I love women. So
Thank you, Caesar.
what's your view? Who should set morality?
Before I speak about who I think should set morality, I want to go back to your initial question. So,
the social media one.
social media does influence society.
A lot, man.
The bigger problem we have is that social media is not organic. There are actually people who have a vested interest to decide and determine how they want society to behave.
Illuminati.
We can try and set some morality, but their algorithms are not designed to perpetuate that. Their algorithms actually shadow ban that type of content. And their algorithms are more favorable to the trash type of content. So there are people that are invested. Something like ignorance is something that if I was a billionaire and I know if more people know what I know, I'll have competition.
Yeah.
So I'd rather take some of my billions and invest in trash TV entertainment. It's the Colosseum and circuses. I need and alcohol. I need to distract people as much as possible so that even if they want to try and compete, while they're on their way to a meeting, they're watching TikTok, they start laughing and they forget. Which is why you'd find about Mark Zuckerberg, about Bill Gates, their kids were not allowed to have social media.
So
they know exactly what is being primed in the background, and these are their platforms.
So for example, just for the layman, because you're going a bit deep, if for example, I'm Mr. Hepex, Big Hepex or Hepe Life, I then go to a hood and I sponsor them a KFC with Baba Idul, so that on the back end I can keep selling them Herbex. I get
Herbex is dope. The bigger problem, which is one of the biggest mafias in the world, is pharmaceutical companies. There's a nice meme with Captain America asking Tony Stark or telling Tony Stark,
I saw that,
the pharmaceutical companies are working very hard to eradicate diseases. And Tony Stark is like, so they can get themselves out of business. Okay. So you've got a vested interest. You've got a vested interest in ensuring that your business model keeps working.
Going and keeps growing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense for Herbex and Herbalife
to solve the issue.
To sell in Japan, where the people are gym and they eat well. You're like, hey, fuck Japan. That market isn't pumping.
The only way a hospital makes money
is when people are sick.
When people are sick.
Yeah. So they if they want to get richer, they want more people sick.
100%.
So with the same thing with the TikTok, none. There are people that have certain agendas in those social avenues, in those social. Okay.
You see it in who gets platformed. You see it in who supports the algorithm. Stupid example, and I'm a huge fan of this guy. What intrinsic value? How has your life improved and gotten better, and your family is now closer, and you've become richer and healthier watching Mr. Beast content? The biggest YouTuber in the world. How does his content actually add true value to your life, where you can say, you know, ever since I watched Mr. Beast, bro, my family is now closer. I'm now eating health. Fuck all. And he's the biggest.
Because you're gonna have like an extreme outlier that might say that, but the average person, there's no benefit.
See, it's you're chewing gum.
Because for the average,
with your brain.
Because for the average person, generations, it was just pure entertainment. Yes. There was no growth. It was literally, you had 30 minutes where you just zoned out.
Yes.
And then they use that thing in between the ad spaces, which was dissected,
More
Coca-Cola, whatever the case is, and then you go back to just brain numbing stuff. Okay, got you.
So that's the bigger issue I have with social media.
Or media as a whole, or just social media. Because I like to align.
The greatest Twin TD Jakes. The mind is the battleground.
The mind
is the battleground.
TD Jakes is
kind of
swimming in baby oil.
Yeah,
he's given to his daughter and
Sarah Jakes Roberts.
Son-in-law.
Slipping and sliding that baby in that baby lotion, bro.
Why would he give it to the son-in-law? Yeah.
No, because he's a pastor as well. Yeah. So there's a story. Now we're deviating.
Yeah, here's the story. I was so shocked.
So the daughter, Sarah Jakes Roberts, she's got a very interesting story of how, obviously, she was raised in the house with Bishop TD Jakes, and her life went in sinful ways. At some point, she was doing immoral things for money, and then she fell pregnant as a teen.
Wasn't she a prostitute or something? Or a porn star?
I don't think she was a prostitute or a porn star, but she may have worked at like a teasers, as an example. I'm not saying... I don't think her story goes to like prostitution.
Okay. I think
I'm not sure about
she was either a stripper or a porn star. One of the two.
I don't think she was a porn star. Okay. I think it was something in the realm of stripping or working at
somewhere,
teasers.
Jay, what is deemed immoral?
Deemed immoral by the church.
When you work at a strip club, you're a porn star.
Nah.
When
Intel teaser.
Hayi baba. Because Spani go summit from there ohlabi. Onamela pala fela.
Summit.
Yeah, I think it's stripper.
Summit.
That stripper place in Joburg.
There's a stripper place in Joburg called
Summit.
Yeah.
Kunjan,
Apparently. No, but I'm saying you can't work at Summit is a porn place, not porn. That's where people strip. Mofunu muti or not 5 tag or something.
Malini?
50, 100 rands.
100 rand? 50 rand. Malini?
Maybe Kupigil, I mean it's 2025.
Yeah. Begui 50 rand, 100 rand.
Nini?
Angzubuza machita.
Uzobuza machita?
Yeah. Bab machita.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Lava bayaziyo. But if you work
so
there, you're a porn star, man.
Anyways, she lived an immoral life, and then she had a child very young. She was a teen mom, maybe 14, 16, whatever.
Hectic.
Huge scandal in the church.
Oh, not that young.
Very, very young. Anyone listening will correct us, but she was a teen mom.
Yes,
She was very young.
yes.
And she'd eventually meet a pastor, a guy who would become her husband. They both grew isonto. And then she started becoming a preacher in her own right. Owned her story. This is me, PK, pastor's kid, lived this life. And now she becomes...
They're reformed.
And now she becomes like the person to take over the father's church, Potter's house.
Okay.
And her husband, because they've been ministering together, also beautiful couple to take over.
Not never.
Abafundisi khona lo oshada Megan Kuti azo abantu abana asinje ngoba babamba lento ukuthi uJesu why no Mary Magdalene
ayikho leyo nto.
Okay, what are you saying?
Ayikho leyo nto.
Phela umntwana uthini mfethu?
Ngiyaxolisayo qhubekani.
Ukhuluma ngani? Uthi uJoseph wenzeni?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
They didn't speak to him first.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Uthi Joseph
I don't know what I'm talking about.
He speak about intombi yaJesu.
Intombi kaJesu? Ubani intombi
kaJesu?
uJesu wayentombi kwakuba intombi kaJesu.
Mary Magdalene.
Was that Jesus's
and the Holy Grail?
Side piece or main?
Wait, was Jesus married or he had a girlfriend? I'm confused, guys. Now.
According to
There's no
Penn,
such story.
Jesus
this
was
guy mentioned
snacking
Mary Magdalene.
on Mary Magdalene. According to Penn, Jesus was busy doing the pleasure to Mary Magdalene. That's disgusting, Penn. You're a disgusting man.
TD Jake speaks
What are you
about...
saying about Joseph and God not asking permission to smash Mary? What did you say?
Hey, there's a story about a stepfather. There's a story about a stepfather.
I mean, he's the first stepfather. But
we don't know about first.
Khona lesithombe esezwe AI umjithu ubamba isithombe ubamba ingane ku AI ubamba ingane kodwa ku AI ubamba ibhanchi igoqula ulithe ibhanchi ekade sobamba amabhanchi mfethu sawabamba amabhanchi
stop with the Christian
stuff ingane uthanda ngiyabona le inendlebe zami But what did you say about God?
No, we need to stop
smashing Mary around the corners. That's what you said before we recorded.
No.
You're exposing me, I'm exposing you.
Tell God is the original deadbeat. But abantu besimame abamthandi.
But can you please stop with the Christian jokes?
I apologize to Mary. I've missed my period.
No.
What you call it? Ini azokuhlanyela wena. Azokuhlanyela wena.
You know
this one I pulled out.
This thing can only work if we're comedians. Yeah? And if for comedians we could do this, now we're not comedians.
We're comedian.
We apologize to all the Christians for
guys.
all the inappropriate jokes.
Sorry, man.
Because
you guys wouldn't make these jokes about a certain religion. You guys wouldn't.
You talk
make
about the Muslims and Muhammad.
I don't know.
I
don't know the context of the religion to make jokes. No, I don't know.
Being anti-Semitic.
You guys would be anti-Semitic.
Can it tell something? Maravela, I consent being here.
TD Jake speaks about how the mind is the battleground, and your question was not just social media.
Yes, as a whole.
The biggest fight on planet Earth is not for land. That's why about Airbnb and about Facebook, they don't need to own land. America doesn't need to own South Africa to control it and to milk it. The biggest fight is for mines, because once you can own mines. Once Pushiri can own your mind, we are moving more. Once Trump owns our minds, once Kim Kardashian, Kanye West own our minds,
Louis Vuitton, Gucci.
We will go and loan 10,000 to get a golden circle seat. You will fly overseas. You will go to Nigeria. Your corns. You will do whatever it takes. And even the concept of language and paper, where now you're owned by a piece of paper. You're married in community of property, or you've signed a bond, or you own debt. Your mind has been captured by words and paper, and you end up taking your life because you're like, I can't leave my husband. It's just a battle for the mind, and social media becomes the most fertile place for that battle today. Because it's immediate, people plug in like the Matrix, and at any given time, people are here. At any given time, people are here. So at all times, you can be potozering the mind.
Because you said something crazy, because I was watching a TikTok that you reposted and I got so emotional with that guy who was actually helping and he does like charity stuff.
Okay.
You know, and I got emotional. I'm sitting on my bed. I'm like, what the hell? You know, because again, that could be purely curated. He could be doing that to get views. He could be
Explain to
doing
the
that-
audience what was happening in the video.
So it's a guy, Zach something. I don't know what his
yeah.
name is. And what he does is that he goes to different people and he helps them out. He does
Yeah.
charity things, you know. This is me. Philanthropist.
Can I ask you something? Could you hear the lady's voice clearly?
Yeah.
She was mic'd.
No, but like he was mic'd.
He could have been mic'd.
So he's mic'd.
No. If
mic'd.
you could, if a professional listens to it, who is it distance? No.
But if the distance is like just a meter, because Usizo said that he heard himself and he's not mic'd and he's like 2 meters away from this mic.
you'd hear the sound quality. It won't be the same.
Zachary, sorry, let me get Zachary
But
Dereniowski.
he's relatively close. So I also don't want to act as if he's like far from the people. He's like a meter away from the people. So with that being said, I found myself so emotional watching the stuff and I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. And I think the message is beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, Guti, just love and be kind to everyone. I think that's a beautiful message. Nje. But again, that could be a curated message. That could be a situation where I need to follow him. And then gancane, as we've seen on social media, people start turning us into something and start
Changing their content.
and then start selling us something.
I mean, look at this thing of white farmers. X now owns the minds of certain news outlets. You know, even some people, they may know whether this thing is true. They don't know. But the fact that X has said it and Musk has said it.
Ukuthi there's a white genocide.
When you ask Grok,
He was exposed 2-3 weeks before.
well, he exposed himself.
Yeah.
Or it exposed
Yeah,
himself.
yeah.
Before
This is
the president,
technical glitch.
you
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
him a stupid question, he speaks about white genocide.
genocide.
So that's that's the power what you're speaking about, owning the mind. The platform X, whatever any other platform, is just there so that it can control your mind, so that you become this thing. I know.
I was at gym and I walked into the sauna and there was like amachita Klamba City ondaki by 5. And then makufika kodwa belunga by 2. Yabona, so ngiyangena into the sauna hi sanibona, you know, and I sit down and I got you.
Amasona lawo bo Didi noma
La Didi la ne baby oil.
Explain it. I've never been in a sauna. What
we're
happens?
fucking up your story.
Khona isona, khona I steam room. Steam room is steam. Isona I heat. Khona amalahle bese
And then niyahlala lili mapona mo lili majita.
I'm Mapuna.
Serious?
I'm Mapuna. Kanjani
Bafethu.
I'm Mapuna.
Shaba na ditotolozi tsa bona
Akhoma
mona.
titolozi. Akhoma titolozi nje lapha.
So ufake ijazi uphi
Ufake
ufake.
thawula proper boy.
Okay.
Mina futhi ngifake I-brief mase ngithi thawula phezulu.
Thank
Bese
God.
ngiyahla.
Wasabani?
Yeah, double barrel.
Wasabani?
Because it's a public space, bro.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a public space. I need to be decent. Well, again, based on the space. Ngiyangena lapha ngiyahlala lapha futhi ngiyabuka ngithi hey, that white genocide. Sahlek, haha, everybody laughed. Ha,
You said
fine.
that?
Yeah, I just said
When
that.
the two white guys came in.
No, the
were
white
already
guys,
there.
they were already there.
They
They were already there.
Oh,
We
there's
found
a
them
few. There's 5 black
There's
guys.
5 black guys.
There's 2 white guys.
Yeah, 5 for whatever, but there's more black guys. And I say, yo, that white genocide. Everybody laughed. Ha ha ha. You know, laughed. And then someone made a comment about the TV. If we were, and then the conversation just changed and whatever organically, you know. But again, even in spans, I'm asking all the white guys. I'm like, do you guys not see this white genocide narrative growing and getting out of control? Because I've had side chats and you guys know and you've said it's bullshit, but it's growing.
And al-Kulumi,
It's an international thing. Or is it something where deep down, you know, you actually agree with it? You know, because, and I said this to him, I was like, because for me, not even deep down, here, I think that you guys are racist, as in the general, you know, ngamla.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's deep down. So I would say that. But do you guys think, Guti, deep down there is a white genocide? And what does that look like? Because then we need to have these conversations even in this even in this workspace. Because again, we don't want to be a situation where we are anyway, we
They're not going
digressing.
to answer you because you're not a safe space.
No, I'm not. I'm
Goes back to
definitely
the
not.
decision.
I'm not a safe space at all. They
For
should
them.
for anyone.
I wanted to say something about this white genocide propaganda, but I don't know if you were done with your point.
Yeah, no, I'm done.
We were speaking about the dangers of social media and how Penson made an example.
In the fridge, it's in the freezer.
Penson made an example, and then you came in with the farmers and white genocide. Do you remember what your example was?
In terms of?
You were just saying social media can create a narrative, or you were speaking about Zachary Daranovsky.
Yes.
And how he can start off friendly. Your kids are watching Coco Melon. And then by the time you get to season 6, now Coco Melon is like, do you know if you're a boy or a girl? Are you sure? And he's like, yeah, Coco Melon said I must ask if I'm a boy or a girl.
Exactly.
All of a sudden, Ubani use nikazi ingane ukuthi, you know, go hug your uncle and sit on his lap. And you're like, hey man. But because they've captured the mind, now all of a sudden.
And that's what happens, in fact, because these things, in fact,
there's a gateway drug.
Yeah, I remember what I wanted to say. You know, if you look at most women in Gauteng, Josie, no, man, I'm a decent girl, You check the algorithm, the whole Instagram, Twitter, Ikara, fancy houses. Then they start to change. Perfume change. They start to become this thing that is Joburg.
Before Aromet.
Usoshala video get ready with me. Yes.
And Mom, you know we are changing.
Before Aromet. Tuli Pongolo is a good example.
Do you know that you are changing? Before you used to have one perfume. Basically for the whole year in the office. That's it. No sona 4. Algorithm what. They will call my social words.
Do you remember Tuli Pongolo when she came out on Generations? She was a thin, light-skinned girl. Amazi Tuli Pongolo. She's now apparently dating a Zimbabwean tycoon, Scott Cooper. But it's alleged. Who was in the gold smugglers. I'm using her as an example because when she came out on Generations, she was this cute, light-skinned little girl. And then over time, she became a baddie with a fat ass and her content.
You know, a woman with a huge buttocks.
I'm not judging her. I'm just talking about the change.
Women with huge buttocks, man. They figured this game out, man. They even take pictures. You don't even see the face. Picture.
Why? The bright future is behind her.
Yes, at that time, when God was making women,
you're right. It's even the way it's designed. I've seen it. It measures the bump.
No, I
Yeah, I know that.
So before the girls could wear like panties, but now with these new ones, they can't wear a thong or a panty because the back is a V back. But you know, so you can just imagine when you take the thing off. That must be the most unhygienic thing ever. Because that's
unhygienic.
That
thing goes
unhygienic.
That thing is in your quet. It's in.
Why is it unhygienic? Because I might go down there. I understand.
No. I
understand, but why are you saying it's unhygienic? Because I might go down.
Oh, straight from the gym and then
no, but I'm back here.
Tight.
Now we are wash.
Yes.
Why are you saying it's unhygienic?
But that thing is too tight in.
Because I don't think anything. There's these 2 ladies that are training.
You're in the middle.
Because normally, you know, like when as a guy, when you see like, what are you?
As Penson, not a guy.
No, some guys, not all guys. You go, John Jangamel.
Oh, John Jean.
No. No, it was like,
What you
They're not fit.
No, it's not that. It's the difference between seeing a girl who's wearing like low-cut jeans, a nice top, stomach out, jive, like I'm sexual, and you're like, ooh, that's sexy.
Yeah.
Versus seeing like, a jive, a fan.
The gym has become a place I'm a prostitute.
It became too.
A gym has becoming a prostitute.
It's too much for you.
No, I was looking because
it's too much for you.
Here's the thing about chance, nah?
Not chance, you.
But hear me out.
Okay.
No, it's bad.
Push up
A fisherman can see a fisherman from afar, right? So when you see something, you go, ooh, then you laugh, and then another guy goes and you go, ne? Sure. But
now we have woman.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not
a fisherman.
But sometimes, what happened at gym? Yeah. I looked, I was like, ugh. And I grabbed the guys, and the guys were like, and I was like, It's too much, but
You guys are probably all old niggas.
No. Look, it felt so.
The reason I'm saying this is because we spoke about generational morality.
It could have been that.
There's probably young niggas who think that's the fucking hottest
100%.
thing.
There will always be guys.
You guys are old niggas.
No, I can tell you for free what we different, because are you watching the eyes, Lunga?
Babuke wena babona ukuthi uthe babele bashintsha nabo nabo bathi
As
kanti inside they like gonna show video
as gents, we want a teaspoon of condensed milk, just a little teaspoon of condensed milk. This is delicious, but you don't want a whole.
Do you acknowledge that you're getting old?
I'm old,
which is why your morality is changing.
No, 100%.
Do you acknowledge that you could be wrong about what you're seeing?
I'm out of the game.
You could be wrong about. There were times when my leggings came out and some moms thought they were disgusting.
I know.
Now the moms wear them.
I know I'm wrong. I
don't like leggings, man.
Here's the kicker.
Leggings, man.
Here's the kicker. One of those ladies were older than me. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Oh, that was the problem. What's wrong?
One lady. So the young lady. No.
You wouldn't be telling us the story.
No, you've missed me. The one lady is clearly definitely younger than me. The other lady is older.
What makes the young one?
Let it go, bro. She might as well have been naked.
No, she's not your body type.
No, hey, you don't my life.
It was chance, Allah. And you can try and confuse other people.
I can tell you for free. There's a level of sexy that we love.
Your body type from
were those two women good looking and did they have nice bodies?
There's a level. I'm not so chima.
Were they good looking and did they have nice bodies? Yeah, you can try convince.
No. My point is there's a level. And I think once we cross a certain line, it becomes a bit disgusting.
Because you're old.
That is very true. But I think
you're not the target market.
Perfect. Because they're clearly wearing it for the.
I'm a time to now at some point. It's just they were old.
Once it gets to a certain point, for Tinage, old guys,
age
disgusting.
Age is a big thing.
So now who must set the morality? Who must set that?
Yep.
Is it me?
You said it at that time.
So you said it for your daughter, which is why at time was like, hey, I'm going to shandis. And the girl's like, but all my friends wear it. And all the boys want to see cleavage.
I'm shy.
It's not cleavage.
Hey.
Just tell her no, Ashinch. No. Do you know how she's going to make it out the house? Do you know how she's going to make it out the house?
Yeah.
Oh, lady.
Oledi. No, yazwenzani.
Oledi.
I made him
it's jean, it's jacket. Uthi wena top. Ephume engene ekarini ya umaga sibanibani. Khumula jean.
I made him contract. Before me na ngimbamba.
But you
made him izombamba.
Okay, sure. Okay. No, I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing with you. Let's say no mama uthi cha. Usizovela jacket. It's jean.
Yes, we heard that. She's not. As if I've seen all ladies look at their daughters and live vicariously through them. And they speak to other women of their age and then they look at young girls. That's why they also buy things for them.
I hear you, but I disagree in media. But I hear you.
No, that's okay. So we're saying that now. You're saying this now. Until when you have a daughter, your daughter gets to a certain age, you don't know what your old lady's influence will be at the time. Maybe she'll still retain, but it will be at a time where other old ladies are like, hey, your daughter's banging, and the mom's like, hey, my daughter's actually beautiful. And you're gonna see flames because we are ignorant and mothers do things a different way. When you look at what they buy for their daughters and the things they look at, it's a different vibe. They live vicariously.
Okay.
I never answered a question.
Start doing nail plates. Who defines morality for you? So you're going around talking about social media, talking about the fact that there's people that curate it.
And you guys must also come back to, you guys asked me what on social media. You answered. You must also have your opinion.
And I wanted us to speak about stepfathers. Sure. Since we were speaking about Joseph.
No. But
since we speak about Joseph. Wait. No. No disclaimer needed. No disclaimer needed. This is not offensive to Christians.
Okay, cool.
Joseph was a stepfather because he wasn't the biological father of Jesus.
God was the deadbeat.
That was jokes and we apologized.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I apologized.
Okay.
But Joseph was definitely a stepfather. That is not
Mara, is it a
inappropriate.
stepfather if the child is a miracle?
Yes, because it's not his child.
So you're saying Joseph was the first stepfather?
I'm sure there were many before. Wouldn't come babe ask, babe I'm a Jasmine. My punch me.
Did Joseph know from Get?
We don't know.
No, wabona later ukuthi ingane le.
All Mary told him was that the Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost.
Because back to his spirit. Yes, his spirit. His spirit like just like his spirit like no, it's kone his spirit ezithu. Kone spirit lesi Casper ne, bese kone spirit like ivod.
Casper Nyovesti.
Nyolo vodka.
Naiphi vodka Biliato.
Kone
Uthi Casper uyi spirit aphinda be
Casper
Biliato.
was a king in Spain, eh? The original Casper.
Was it not Russia?
Kone spirit.
Somewhere there, but yeah.
It's a liquid. Angithi spirit.
Uzusizwe enihidaba.
Sena siyaphuza spirit, bese khona spirit. Manje njalo mangicabanga ukuthi Mary kade khuluma ngasiphi spirit, lese liquid noma lesi esimngenile. Anyway, I digress. As you were
morality, then come back to
I want us to. I don't know if we still have time. There's a post Penson sent to me that I was hoping we'd touch on, which has to do with stepfathers. But anyways,
that post.
Which one? What post? Angazi noma post. Ngazi ma post.
The one I sent you, punk. No, then he sent it to the long story again.
I think
the
so.
lady fell in love with Ubanbane, then she moved on to someone else.
I'm Penson no crosser.
Yes, Linjala. I sent it to you.
You didn't send me that. You didn't send me that. I can show you the screenshot where I got it.
Don't open. It's fine. I've got the post here. It's chilled.
You sent it to you, Anyet.
Yes.
Where's my phone?
Don't worry about the phones.
No,
Got the
was
was to Penson no crosser. When you guys get interrogated.
I now want to prove myself.
No, don't prove yourself. Anyways, you guys can do this after the episode.
You chat. Debs is a liar. Debs is a liar. Yeah.
When I was in varsity, they introduced a short course called ethics. The reason they introduced it, so I did accounting and economics. The reason they introduced it was because at the time Enron was trending. Enron is the biggest whistleblowing scandal, or was at the time in America.
Okay.
So we had to study ethics on what's right, what's wrong, and they brought a lecturer from philosophy.
Sure.
And we debated who should set ethics, and a lot of the students would be like, no, but God and the Bible, no, the law, and. Such a liar, now, obviously, when you travel around the world, different people define morals and ethics differently.
Sure.
There is no correct answer on who should set it. But what happens with morals and ethics is it's similar to history. It's similar to laws.
They evolve with the times.
No, it is defined by the most powerful, the most violent. They dictate. I will post something today and I'll get dragged on social media about, if a girl is mentally and financially ready with her partner who's hopefully young from age 16, I don't see a problem with her having a child.
Sure.
And social media will drag me and call me names and whatever, because someone, arguably the British Empire, came and imposed their laws on us. Where if they were to just lean into their grandmothers and great-grandmothers, they'll find out that they started having kids at 14, 16. Because umzimba ne biology uyavuma.
Yeah.
Do we say that's right or wrong? Now we have to look at context. But modern society, girls are still in high school, they're not ready, which is very fair.
So now the moment the Pope says it, the moment Ramaphosa says it, Trump says it.
Same with homosexuality. At some point it was immoral.
Yes.
Until the most influential, the most powerful decided.
Human sacrifice.
Human sacrifice.
Yeah. Before it was like, hey, but we need to sacrifice in faith. It was normal.
Sure.
Now it's murder or whatever it's called now.
Sure.
Yeah.
So who should set morality? This was one of the answers we came up with in the ethics class. And this one was dope, but it was also very dangerous because the world doesn't work like this. Morality should be set by the most powerful person who is willing to get the same consequences of that morality.
So they must live by it.
They must live by it.
So if your government, if your king, if the Queen of England, if your pastor says, thou shalt not kill, if you kill, we will kill you, and they are found to kill,
they must be killed.
Which happens in places like China. Manje, what's funny is, of course, all animals are equal, some are more equal than others. Our political leaders, our traditional leaders, they don't abide by the morality
moral
that they set.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
they-
that was the answer we came up with, that the person who sets the morality should be the most powerful. So in a home, it's the father. In the community, it's the community leader. In a country, it's a president. In a monarch, it's a king.
But the most
Where
powerful
they must also succumb to the consequences of that same morality.
The challenge for us is that second part.
100%. And that's
latter.
why
The
we live
latter
in an
way-
immoral
Because of the latter.
society.
Because the people that are most powerful set the rules, but the rules don't apply to them.
100%. Which then makes the rules immoral. And which is why we have a problem now. Because if really, and this applies to whether you believe in Isintu, whether you believe in Christianity, whether you believe in the Constitution and our laws, when you say you believe in them, have you bribed a traffic cop?
Yes.
Did you lie on NSFAS?
Done.
Have you not paid your TV license? But Ramaphosa were corrupt. And man, you're like, yeah, kwaze kwamnandi for you to be a
Now-
moral watchdog, but I know your life.
Now we're corrupt.
Yabo.
Self.
Anyways, that's my answer on morality. It was what we decided at that time. It was a really nice short course.
It's crazy. You speak about the whole thing of whoever's the most powerful. I had a thought, and I've been having this thought.
Hey, well done, man. Now 5. You had a thought. You're moving up in those. Tango!
Since Ngosiam,
You must thought some more.
I was saying,
Since now I'm in your 5.
Utin bring top.
Kids in Twana will get your brain. Last one. You have to get Hey, Sizumute. Also Sorry.
when you speak about this is off topic though. When you speak about the whole thing of the most powerful people, I was thinking that Ngosiami, whoever she marries will marry that person. And Ngosiam Pelicher. And that person must change their surname. Because I'm hoping we're the most powerful family. So I think surnames, whoever changes their surname, they must change their surname to the most powerful family.
You want your daughter's husband
to change his surname.
to be a Kibine.
Yeah.
Because
Would
Kibine
be
is
the powerful
was
family.
Mandela to you.
No, what I'm saying is...
No, because of Mandela, by the way,
Yeah,
the daughters...
No, I'm just...
The daughters get married, but
Yeah.
the children still become Mandela.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, I think surnames, and that's when this is off topic, and yet I'm just speaking about the whole thing of power. I think we need to change the regulation. Whoever's got the most powerful family, the other family must just change their surname. The guy or the girl must change their surname to that. Because right now, our children are changing, our daughters are changing their surname to some pop families as well.
Mlotshwa.
Umlotshwa ba right.
Yizwa nje.
Ayizinja, umlotshwa. Mina ngiyavuma.
Musukuyichansela.
Mina ngiyavuma ntwana. Mina ngiyavuma ntwana. Mara ngeke
automatic. Bye.
Yeah.
So I think
enhle Mlotshwa. She's the most famous Mlotshwa in the country.
no ntwana, but sometimes now ubele nama break.
Yiko wena bakungena. Wena uyangena wena ku
No Didi.
So
Nyangena no Didi. Ungangeni kumdidi. No Didi.
I think they must change the law.
Wena kuzitiye kodwa mina yimi ngibuza utshwala kudakwa wena. Yabona
I think they must change the law.
Two quick ones. Number one, the law in South Africa has been changed, if not suggested, that men can now take the woman's surname. I don't know if it's a law. If
But
it's
you
still
could
been
do that
suggested.
before, Mafu.
No. You could change your surname if you want.
Yeah.
But now you can marry a woman and take her surname.
Yeah.
And you say the reason I am now Ukibini is because my wife.
Yeah,
That's a new law.
that's good.
I don't know if it's suggested or if
Oh
it's been
man, they were
implemented.
thinking of me. Yeah.
The second one is in Japan. I think it's Japan. There's this thing where certain families that are powerful maybe don't have sons or mhlampi intwana zipap.
Yeah.
They are allowed to adopt lighties purely to come and take over the family empire.
Yeah.
And the lighties become not even lighties. They let's say Umutsipe, Patrice, he can adopt me as intwana yakhe ukuthi ngibe uMutsipe, but so that I can keep the Mutsipe name
Yeah.
alive, even though Mlotshwa sengizoba
But you
uMutsipe.
change your surname.
Yeah.
Yes. I
But
think
they'll adopt. I'm trying to explain what you don't go fetch intwana. You fetch a powerful guy.
Yeah.
Siya Kolisi. Umutsipe is like, I want to adopt to Siya.
Yeah.
I want him to be Mutsipe so he can be a Mutsipe moving forward.
I mean, that's the way to go. Lento ukuthi our children are being adopted by not adopted. They change their surname to some pap surnames. No.
Would you like to read?
Lento, yeah, we'll read it.
No, read it.
Lentona Lena must change. Zogal.
No, I was about to ask, is the measure your economic strength, or is it
there's many things.
Strong man, no ngamandla.
No, there's we need to look at it. So what I'm saying, we need to, no, Caesar's right. Caesar's right. No, I'm not saying only Inyuk. Money is part of it. There's influence, the people that you connect with. Once you have a scorecard out of 10, or like Okibine are the strong ones, they must change their surname. Because right now, the measure of changing your surname is based on what? No, the other family. That's not enough. No, that's not enough. No. You must change the surname to Gibina.
Wena kwazoshintsha baba. Ingane yakho izoshintsha.
take each other's surnames, no?
Ine?
Double barrel.
Yeah.
Okay. So now the child
The children will be double parent.
Double barrel msangana. Here's the thing with double barrel. Let's say you are double barrel. Let's say wena ube mthethwa. Mase ushada umuntu Mlotshwa Nxumalo. Le ngane ibe yini?
Quadruple barrel.
Dube mthethwa Nxumalo Mlotshwa.
Kuzoba KPMG.
Kuze kube nini?
The likelihood of, let's say, umshado wenzeka between two extremes.
Yeah.
One family that out-dominates the other.
Sure.
I feel like those are very few because there are very few powerful people.
Yeah.
Ne?
Sure.
So in the instance that, let's say, you guys, there isn't a big gap like that.
Then it's a double barrel.
Double parent.
Okay, then I'm saying continue. Let's now assume that power attracts a power. And then lo ngane double barrel. It attracts any power double barrel. Leyo ngane izozalwa iyini ngoba ipower ngapha.
Because if we're two sort of, let's say maybe equally matched.
I'm agreeing, and they agree that it's double barrel.
Who then becomes the subordinate?
Ask Utebza, it was his idea.
Yes,
Penson believes in patriarchy. Buzu Utebza.
It says, okay, I'm going to sacrifice. We're going to sacrifice.
Mina sacrifice.
I don't care how powerful a family. I don't care how powerful. Give me. Mawuzothi mhlambe
inqo zakho they're gonna change. Let's say you have a daughter.
Angenze nje example. Idaughter yami si powerful team. Then I say to lo mfana fa ilobola idaughter yami.
Nena solobola yena.
Silobola yena.
Yeah, me in my scenario. Solobola yena. He's changing his surname to us. Somlobola.
No, Mlobolang, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah.
If you're a powerful family, no mangalobola. Bottom line is he's coming to get a lot.
He's coming into our family.
Ilobolo lakhe lizobuya multiples.
That's why I understand into ka TD Jakes. He
Mina
gave it.
lobola ingane yakho Mutsipe ngo 1 million.
Oh, come on, man.
Cause ngiyazi yabuya.
When are your daughter?
It's a contract.
Inqo sabele change isibongo.
Mina ngeke.
When are your daughter will change his name?
Kuba.
Nyabuza.
Oh, if it's a double barrel njengosis.
But you wanted to change the surname, yes or no?
He must change the
One
surname.
of the worst things you can have. I apologize. I apologize.
My sons will probably be like, little Wayne, igama elilodwa sikhohle ukuthi bani isibongo sa little Wayne noma ukuthi isibongo sa bani uba. Those things are changing. So ukuthi mina ngibambeleke to into yabona khona abantu singabazi ukuthi isibongo upele asazi isibongo sapele ukuthi subani but isazupele. So those type of things I'm precious, but I'm precious, but I'm not too precious.
I'm too precious, man.
You understand?
Yeah.
So one of the worst things you can have, and I apologize to Warren for this, is having a strong daughter. One of the worst. She struggles. Yeah. They struggle in life, and they tend to have tumultuous marriages. Anyways, sengiyafunda la.
I mean, I prefer a strong daughter.
Let's prepare ourselves for that.
I said, you see this app, no. I prefer a strong daughter.
And she must marry a strong man as well.
She must marry a soft man. She must dominate him, man.
No, you don't want that, because then you're gonna have your grandkids are gonna be marshmallow boys, marshmallow girls. Because now you have to raise these grandkids.
No, hold it.
Strong women suffer from what I've seen. They really suffer.
Because here's the thing: if your little girl becomes,
I really don't think the men that are raised. I really don't think the men that are being raised now are strong. They are weak. So they need someone to lead them.
Let's say your daughter finds the one. hey, you can rest in peace.
Yeah, okay. And those are going to be rare as time goes.
As rare as it is. I need your daughter
As
is
time
strong.
goes, men are going to be rare.
So your daughter is strong. So that means she gets the best.
She needs
of
to
the
lead
best.
the man.
So no, but hear me out.
Because
She's strong. Therefore, she gets to pick the best of the best of the best of the best. And then she finds the strongest in town. And then you're coughing. And you're like, you already know what she's a queen. Hey, she meets that king.
Yeah.
Hey, you can rest easy, boy.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, even the offspring from there.
I just don't believe in other families and how they raise their children. Even if he's strong, I just don't believe it. I believe in what I have
Why
done.
can't your daughter be strong with another man's surname but still be strong?
No, must not changing the surname.
Why not?
I don't want her to. Who give in? It ends there.
The Oppenheimer daughters and granddaughters are now funding political parties, and their surnames have changed. One is Slack. Another one has actually got a double barrel surname. It's Slack J something.
That's good. Yeah, that's good for
So
them.
if you track, you won't see the app. Like the app's
like SLACK.
SLACK, yeah.
Heck,
So if you look at political funders,
Yeah.
you'll be like, no, abeko Oppenheimer la. Kanti oh mama, Mary Slack. I forgot her daughter's
That's fine.
name. It's Slack something.
Anginandawo no Oppenheimer.
It's allowed.
Ngizongijwayela.
Do we still have time or can we shut it down?
Hayi, ungazositshela ino platform wena. Oh no, usitshela nonsense. Oh.
Hey, malume ngiyathanda. Waphambi kwendaba.
I don't like podcasts that go on forever.
Okay. Thana mhlambe khona la udungu uyakhona wena sifaka usizwe lapha.
Bathi namazosibuni speed uyabulala, speed uyaphilisa.
Sibundi uyabulala. Uthi amazulu enza nathi sibunu.
Bathi sibunu.
What does that say amazulu? Sibindi uyabulala, sibindi uyaphila. What does that mean?
Sibindi phela is a liver. But I guess it's also courage.
Courage.
More than sibindi, you have courage.
Mazulu.
This post is from,
Listen to this one.
I don't know what social media platform this is.
Are you reading something?
Yeah, it's quite deep.
But anyways, I don't know what platform
The one
this
I
is.
sent Penson.
No, bro.
I wouldn't know because it doesn't say here
Bro.
tabs are sent
Bro.
to Penson.
Bro.
Yeah, I sent to Penson, sent it, and I'm like,
How
yeah,
when you commented on my
Strong women end up with the Stedman Graham,
oh no.
or they end up like Winnie Mandela, may she rest in peace, where Umchita ends up leaving Ayolanda Sinyis
Ooh.
Omkabai, they
done.
become very sad. Strong
Mara
women.
Mandela never let us go on as a see. Mara machidalna sometimes.
No, but it wasn't arranged. Like the Mutsipes and the Ramaphosas. Someone decided that Ukrasa is the right woman for president. She's been groomed.
She knows what to handle a
Or
president.
Samora. She's first lady presidential material. She's got
Been
all
there,
the allies.
Been there, done it.
And South Africans don't recognize it. Nina Nisile,
They might
Nina.
have, they might have,
Who recognizes
No,
Russia?
no,
they might have never been intimate.
Ooh.
you guys don't like Ukrasa
How
Michelle.
are you gonna be? Mandela was a president by 94.
He was 70 or
He was
75.
77.
How can they be intimate?
He was
No, I'm
77.
just saying they might never have
Yeah,
been
don't
intimate.
want to 70 something.
Russia was official when 99.
I don't
When
think.
was it?
I don't think you're born. You're on 76.
When I'm going to specialist, I'm at
The platform, the owner of whatever platform this is No Judgment Zone.
no judgment zone.
Hi Z, my baby daddy ran away from me when my child was just 2 weeks old. He went back to the Eastern Cape and left me to take care of my baby alone. I met a man that loved me and my child like his own. He paid ilobolo and built a beautiful house for us. My child is 9 years old this year. My baby daddy reappeared out of the blue a few months ago and I've been sleeping with him. As I write this,
Ushadile lo sis.
Hayi, umtshito ukhokhile ilobolo wabakhela umuzi. As I write this, I'm pregnant, and I suspect he's the father. He is.
Mina ngikhokhile bola.
I thought we're not done reading. I believe men are man.
Ngathi usuwahlafuna ngodlame lana machini.
Take it easy, ukhuluma. Bemiyashisa.
As I write this, I'm pregnant, and I suspect he's the father. He is now a successful businessman and wants to be part of our child's life. He also asked me to leave my husband so he can marry me. He showed me the diamond ring he bought for me. To be honest, I never stopped loving him. He's my first real love, and I always prayed for him to come back. My problem is I don't know how to tell my husband that I want a divorce. He is just a mere teacher with an 18,000 rand salary, but he took care of us for years. I don't think I ever loved him though. Is it a bad thing to follow my heart?
Who's going first? Because the problem with this one, whoever starts now, they're gonna go lol. Prom Lachel. Let me
No. Please, can you start? Please, can you start? Sure. Please, may you start.
Pen, why me?
Penson talks a lot.
Listen, I don't talk a lot. So here's my opinion on that thing, Tonane. You know, some of these things when I get cancelled, but it's fine. Women by their nature are survivalistic creatures. They need to survive. When the man left, she needed to find someone else that can make sure she survives. And this man came through and built a house, a low wall, and all those things. This thing is not about love, but it's about who do I think can make sure my offspring is in a good condition in the future and we can have a good family financially and economically. That guy was there in the beginning. Once the husband comes, the boyfriend, the first guy that left,
The
once
baby
daddy. Once he comes back, yeah, one of it in that post, he showed me the huge diamond ring. So she's seeing this thing from a perspective that says the next point of survival is only gonna be, she's scaling the two guys. Le teaser, 18, le ngipela diamond ring, I can secure my future. So I mean, some of these things don't bother me anymore because I've fully come to understand how majority of women work. They want the person that can secure their future.
But she explicitly says, Uti, she loves the baby daddy. And she's asking,
it's not love. The guy's got more money.
You don't believe.
I don't believe that it's love. No.
So if the baby daddy came back unemployed, what?
She was never gonna take him. Never. Women.
Never.
In fact, women will always go for the guy that is more. Doesn't matter. That's why right now in society, we've got 90% of women fighting for the 1% men. They're all shamboking the one guy that's a millionaire in the club. All of them. Whether the guy's married or not is irrelevant. Women just want to give up whatever they want to give up to the highest bidder, and the highest bidder, unfortunately, has got more money. It's
fair?
their nature.
Is that fair?
I can't fight nature. It's their nature, boss.
I'm asking you, is that fair?
It is fair because it's nature.
You support that?
Nature in its purest form is not fair.
You support that?
Yes, I do.
A woman should always go for
the
biggest bag.
buddy. And let me give you context of why I believe it. We have no choice. Nature in its purest form has always been like that. There is no point in life, whether it's through plants or animals or human beings, where nature is fair. Being fair has never existed anywhere.
I'm asking you if you support that.
No, I support nature. Yes, I do support it. You look at LeBron and the other top players in the NBA. If there's 100 million that needs to be shared amongst Amajid, Lamajid takes 70 million. The 30 million is being shared by the other gents. It's nature. You can't fight it.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. LeBron takes 70.
No, and him and his top people, the one that are the top 1%, they take the most, and it's in fact it's nature. Some of these things I think it's because we're human beings and we're trying to unpack why people think like this. Some of these things are nature, Prom. You can't fight it. If Lom Chitalo came back broke, should never go back with that guy.
So Uzi, this lady is asking Uzi, when Uzi?
Yeah.
How do you
tell your baby dad and leave him and go to a new guy?
No, leave your husband.
Yeah, leave your husband, go to a new guy. In fact, it's her nature.
That's your
She's
advice.
got children and she's like, look, in my position, I won't be able to take off this kid the way I should. I've got a nigga, big diamond ring. He's got a good future. Gonna go for it. For the guy. That's my advice. Leave the guy and then go with your old lover. So-called lover.
I don't have issues with Instagram baddies and I'm a BBL.
Prom, it's nature.
They're trying to attract.
Look,
they're like peacocks.
I don't like them. But once I've unpacked,
like
I don't like people who are.
They're trying to secure the bag.
No, I hear you, Penson. That's what I'm saying. I'm twofold in it when you bring the bad thing. I've got a hate for these people, man. It is their nature. Yeah, I can unpack it as well from a nature perspective. I'm with you. Mara they're influencing our girl children now.
To also follow nature.
Yeah, no, whoever.
So your daughters want to bleach and get a big palm and twerk and be on IG with her bums out.
That's why
That's
Ngosiam
nature.
won't be in that position because Nyaspan. I mean, that will never happen, Ngosiam.
I told you. Strong woman,
Hila matayima lawa mfethu ukuthi inqozi zabo zenza lamasimba lawo.
What happens if she wants someone who's more powerful than you?
Ngosiam. Yeah, that's good at least. You
So
must
now
answer.
she must twerk and bleach for that guy.
Hayi, asikhuluma ngqosiyami. Ingqosiyami yeke ithweka. Angitshela nonsense.
Oh.
Fa your opinion yakho uzongitshela ingqosiyami iyathweka la.
I mean, I get emotional whenever I read these type of posts.
Why?
Because as much as you can say, Gucci, she's there for the highest bidder, what are we saying to the other guy? And I'm not justifying monsters that do the most horrific things with GBV and what. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, Gucci, whenever you invest emotionally in something, why do we get shocked when we get an emotional reaction? Let's say this cup. Ne? You get this cup in 1995. It's your first cup, the first cup that's ever bought for you, and you got it, and there's a story behind it. You've made your millions, whatever, but this is the only cup that you drink out of. And one day in a clumsy accident, I dropped this cup. 30 years later, it's a cup, right? To people, because people say just walk away from the relationship. That's what people say, generally, walk away. But there's an emotional investment that goes with breaking this cup.
And Umchita lawyer has invested in this lady.
It's one thing, let's say, even if you won the lotto, because people are like, he's invested in money. I get the money part. I get the time part. You can't get it. I'm looking at the emotional investment that so many guys put in. Because there's so many guys that buy bottles for bitches. And then the girl will go and be with another guy, and then he's chilled. He's like, bro, it's the game. And then there's guys who will spend their last bit of money that he has been saving for the past so that as a was and there's an emotional journey in that. So there's an emotional investment. So now when that emotional investment, or when that emotional goes and then he reacts emotionally, then we get shocked. We're like, oh God.
So you're saying that lady should have told him ukuthi mfethu ngisathanda lo muntu lona.
Usisi oqala ushadile. So already nje immoral ngokufeba. So nje lekwa ayixoxisi nje. Ne? So that's a separate discussion.
Because she's had that dick before, it's not cheating.
And it's probably the first time.
Those people are also immoral. So I'm grooming an alarm. So mina,
She's cheating on her husband. So already strike
so
one.
that's strike one. Even if she said, I don't want to go back to my baby daddy, but now she just said that I cheated, and then she realized I actually love this new guy. Already,
Mshang is schooner.
obviously, you're not going to now condomize, go baby daddy. Yeah, understand? So, any...
Utentel?
Umzele, as a native was a bosh. As mkhona zokulanda wena. Ukulanda wena. Wena uyidla wena. Yeah, so some Christians siyaxolisa guys.
Don't commit crimes and go to KZN.
Don't
Or anywhere else but KZN.
khona umunye ubhuti eish. Wayifuna kabhlungu leyo ngoke KZN eish. RIP. Shona kanje. Anyway,
Yeah.
Social media.
So you're saying that the chick was cheating on her.
Yeah, so even
yeah.
if she said she wants to go back to this new guy,
Yeah.
just that alone, give me is immoral. So this guy who's invested, lobola, looked after you, built a what, there's already going to be an emotional reaction just for that. Forget the next step of going to the highest bidder. Just for that, there's an emotional reaction because there's an emotional investment. Because he had to go through that whole, that mental gymnastics of, I know she's got a child from another guy who left them, and there's maybe a reason why he left them that I don't know of, but I'm now here, and he's had to go through that, but it's fine. I'll fight those demons in order to best look after her and the child, and I'll treat this child who's not my child like my child, and hopefully
There's
with
a
time,
lot.
when this child becomes of age, I'll ask if you can take my surname, maybe, hopefully, while I try and save some money, go to 18,000 so you can go to the university that you dream of, so that you can become the engineer that I couldn't have been. There's a whole journey that he's going through mentally, and there's a even bigger one that he's going through emotionally. And now he finds this out. He reacts emotionally. Male testosterone reacts emotionally, and then we have this bullshit logic of, why don't you just walk away, bro?
But what if she's also been investing emotionally? And
who?
and in terms of resources, in her
Then,
husband.
then why would you do this?
No. The why would she do it is becomes either discipline or it's a baby daddy or whatever she was trying.
Yeah.
I'm only asking this in the context of a lot of women use the same argument.
Good day invested
With
as well.
you wasted 5 years of my life.
Perfect.
And then the guy says,
I'm not,
please hear me.
Sorry.
And then the guy says, yeah, but it's not like in these 5 years I was just fucking around. I ngakufundisa drive, I was totally driving license, I helped you get your first job, I took you on vacations, I'm leaving now because of whatever reason. I found another chick or you upset me in some way. So I'm just saying in this case, what if this chick is like, no, I understand exactly what you're saying, but I was also a good wife outside of the cheating. But I was cooking his meals, I was doing his laundry. I was doing all the things. So as much as you are emotionally invested, I've also been an exemplary wife and a good daughter-in-law to even your family. I maybe look after your mom or whatever the case may be.
Well, look, I think in that story we'll unpack
Would that mitigate?
In that story we'll unpack that. We can only base it on what we know. So what we know is that she's never really loved this guy.
Sure.
And she's always loved this guy. So that already takes a certain emotional thing. With emotions, love, romantic, ingapa, ayikho.
Guys don't need emotions.
I'm
Guys just want service.
I'm talking about Usis.
No, I'm saying for Umchita, he may not necessarily need her to show love, but to serve him.
I'm not even fighting. I'm just saying, Guti, we can, unfortunately with this, there might be so many things, This teacher guy might be a violent guy. He might be, there's so many what ifs. We can only base it on the information that we know. And based on the information that we know, is that he came in, Captain Save-A-Ho, and actually did all the right things. Walobola, built a home.
Why did Captain Save-A-Ho?
Because she's a hoe.
Too much that's Limpopo. You won't know number one.
That's so unfair.
What do you mean?
I don't know if it's unfair. The nice thing is that gents from Limpopo are now riding it as a...
What do you mean? What happened?
Or Petty, once she's retired, how much does Limpopo are ready to scoop?
To step up and marry. Anyway, I'm calling her Captain Save-A-Ho because I believe by her act, she's a hoe. Right?
Okay.
So anyway, all we have is that baby daddy left for reason X, unemployed, whatever. This guy stepped up, did the things for her, looked after her and walobola dignity within the family. Obviously, that's a big woman's umuntu status within us. It's a big thing. So he's done all of that. Even though he's done all of this.
Cool sending for 9 years because
9 years.
This gent left when I think the child was 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
What are we judging, guys? That is what the lady did wrong.
I'm not judging.
Before we judge, this lady is asking for advice. You gave her advice. You said she must do her life.
I'm saying
Penson, after everything he said, must also give his advice.
I'm giving this advice. I'm saying, okay, because I need to be first having dialogue with Sis, and I'm saying, Sissy, how do you want your husband to react?
Is that your first thing?
Yes. It's okay. I've heard your story. How do you, because this is one part. The other part is how would you want, you've said in your message, this new guy now wants you to divorce your husband. And so I know new guy's side, I know your side. How do you want this side to react? Because what you are saying is very emotional. It's a big investment here. How do you think he'll react? Because now we are reposting on Twitter that there's a murder.
Yep.
Spusiso Lawrence.
Yep.
And then society's like, oh, men need to do better. Angithi kusho njalo society. Kanti sibonile, guys. Sibonile. Ukuthi izinto enjena obviously for the average man will trigger an average man to react emotionally and then cause harm. Because when you hurt.
Yeah.
Right? That's the thing. So in a situation like this, we can't say to this gent, hey, bruh, charge you to the game, keep it moving. He's put 9 years, blood, sweat, tears in this relationship. Sissy, how would you want him to behave?
So what must she do?
Uba.
This lady.
Akaikhunge.
How?
What is what's that?
To hang herself.
What can she do? If
she stays with her husband, right? If she's like, you know what, you've made good points. I'm actually feeling wait, I'm feeling
I've got advice for that as well.
Remorseful. I regret.
I've got advice for that as well.
I did the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I can consider maybe staying committed to my marriage.
Perfect.
And cutting my baby daddy off.
Sure.
The problem is I'm pregnant and I don't know.
Fine. And so she doesn't want to be open and honest with that, ne? With that side.
No, she's not sure. She's asking for
advice. No. I'm saying, do you want to be open to your husband that umchitela and uprek and you don't know good?
Well, you've just said that he might hurt me, so no.
Okay, so you don't want to say. This is the remorse. Go to your husband and say, Baba, ngiyacela. ngicela umama mncane ezosiza la ekhaya. Thola isithembu.
AmaZulu think isithembu is the solution.
No.
Want another one.
No, uyacela usisi. Eshaye ngapha nangapha nayo ubhuti khona ezozizwa khona nathi, because here's the thing about a lot of men is that there's a dignity in how you are now seen in the community. You know, because mase kuphuma lento le. If kuyaphuma ukuthi umuntu wakho omlobolile ushaywe umakhelwane wabmithisa.
That you really think ukuba nesithembu mitigates a guy's emotions from
it does not mitigate. It does not mitigate. I'm saying ukuthi, I need you asking for solutions because this is a hypothetical thing, right? And I don't know if there's anything that can ever mitigate. I'm trying to find a way for him to hedge his emotions. Kancane, you know.
I'm asking you again. You reckon that getting another woman hedges a man's emotions?
I hope it hedges. I don't believe it does. I don't believe it does.
The guy will ask, why must I get another woman?
No, angithi phela ukhumule umama mayicela mhlambe ubhuti uthi uthi manje baba ikamereni icha uyangifukuzisa angikwazi ukecatch up. Mhlambe angithi she's trying to build him to make him feel powerful. No, I'm getting
so she's
old.
fucking with him now after cheating.
Yes, she might have this guy's child. I might as well get this guy another nanas here.
Isn't the best thing because she's been cheating and might be pregnant to leave the guy? Forget even getting with the baby.
No,
just ask for a divorce because you're already cheating on your marriage.
Leave, dog.
Don't go to anyone else.
She's not happy. You know,
for now you need to cleanse.
This guy.
But you
need to cleanse. Why do you need to cleanse?
The lady that's cheating.
No, I'm in Daba. No, she's cheating.
No, the lady. Listen to me. Listen to me before you get emotional.
Because
please listen.
Messing ngiyaqhubeka advise ngithi angithi ngiyaqhubeka advice. Mese wenze show ukuthi lo baba lo emthandi womncane emthandi lengane enizalayo ezalwayo ezithu zimthandi womncane mese wena uphuza ichick. You are useless when as a woman.
No one must ever come to you for advice. Your advice is
but I can't be giving ifebe. Umjida bethu kulobolile bro. Wakwakhela umuzi wakwenza umuntu emphakathini. Now person. I must say something that looks after your spirit and makes you look amazing. No, there must be consequence. The problem with today's society is that there's no consequences for our negative actions. Infidelity has to get punished somehow.
Not with death.
Not with death. Okay, perfect. Let's say we align there. Infidelity needs to be punished somehow. Because I know if umchita eshaya intombazane or whatever, he gets punished according to society. Why is infidelity on both sides, by the way, so that I can stay consistent? Umchita uchitela usisi and usisi uchitela umchita. On both sides, if I can remain consistent. Why is infidelity, which breaks down the moral fabric of society, not being punished? So give me umuntu wenze nje, it might as well go to prison for 20 years.
What if infidelity is a normal thing?
No. If we are trying to build society, what we've seen is that the reason why is because people no longer put value.
We're just living through the times now.
Right.
The world has always been like this. The thing is now we're living through it. Even our grandchildren they'll be like, hey, the world is here.
I look at surface level because again I don't know it deeper. But surface level with certain religions where like and I don't like the fact that it's only true for one and not for the other.
Yeah.
But where if Usisi cheats, then they stone her or whatever the case may be. Because I believe with there's a certain morality that aligns with that. I think it should happen both ways.
Sure.
And I think again, because if you've ever been cheated on, that's worse than being punched in the fucking nuts. You know, so especially if you invested emotionally.
Yeah.
You know, so here's the thing. When you go to the average guy and you say, would you want a guy to punch you as hard as he can in the nuts, or the girl that you love with everything to cheat on you? I think for the most part, guys will be like, okay, let me just get punched in the nuts. But criminally, that guy could get arrested for punching, for assaulting. But law febile, nothing. You must walk away.
No.
You project.
I'm good, yeah. So I just wanted to ask what you guys made me think of this, because in my mind I'm like, umshado ufana ngabe abantu who are of a certain level of qualification.
Iskolo.
Look, and I say qualification in terms of, let's say, a certain, maybe as long as it's criteria.
Is right.
Right? In I think maybe the thing if I say also with sport.
Okay.
The people that will play in the best league are the elite
Athletes. Yeah.
Right? So it's like you can't chance your way there.
Sure.
So I'm almost thinking of it this way to say
You shouldn't chance your way into marriage.
shouldn't people who eventually get into that covenant of marriage, right? Shouldn't they go through some sort of like
Rites of passage.
yeah.
But doesn't that already happen, or isn't that supposed to happen?
It
No,
should
I'm
happen.
saying shouldn't there be maybe more stringent sort of measures around that?
But
thing?
But you're arguing that you're arguing that you assume that people that go through rigorous rites of passage are more moral and will be less.
No.
But at least we've set the base on how you should behave. Whether you're gonna do it or not is another conversation.
In service of this thing that you're about to take on, because if you're going to get into a team, now you're into maybe let's say the first side, you know what it's like to work towards, or you let's say
It's been a journey to get there.
yes,
Yeah.
but now you're not in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
You see those players in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
I think there's something missing because now, for me, there's a problem. This lady.
I mean, it's the whole sex argument where I feel like there's a time here to work and hustle for sex. And now, see, Allah. So therefore, we don't respect it and value it as much.
Yes.
Because there's no hustle to it.
Uncle Pen was reading that thing. I don't
Yeah.
know maybe if I missed certain things
Sure.
that add to the context. But I didn't get the fact that Mhlampe Untanga wayeleka and taking care of the family. And
The husband.
Yes, the husband.
Yeah.
Right?
He built a home.
Yeah, and she didn't.
Yeah.
She didn't specify whether the baby daddy left because he was not in an economic position to take care of her and the child.
She didn't, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So in my mind, I'm
He
like,
just left 2 weeks. The baby's 2 weeks. Left.
Yabong,
Yeah.
I just feel like umuntu ongazazi la is the lady.
She's been married faithfully for 9 years.
Yes.
We don't know if he's been married. We just have that context.
Guys, no, uyazazi. Guys, a human being is not. Okay, Caesar, finish your point.
And I'm saying what agazazi because here's one person who's been with you and you have a track record,
9 years.
right?
Yeah.
Baby daddy left you with a child who was what, 2 months?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. No?
I think it's 2 weeks, yeah.
He comes back. You have no idea where this guy has been.
For the past 9 years.
What quality of human is being.
You just know it from a financial point.
But now he's coming back and he's talking to that thing that you didn't have closure.
Nostalgia.
One she sometime. There's a door open and now you're considering.
Survival.
But how
I
does
said
the
you
rites
guys.
of passage fix that is my
but
question.
How is it survival? Because now
I've got a better life because of it. I'm going to have a better life.
Hypothetically.
wait,
Yeah.
how deep have you seen into this man's life? Because you've only seen a diamond ring.
And that is a successful
He's a successful businessman as well.
You know that.
According to her, again.
According to all we know.
Successful
Yeah.
businessman. But
So
that
let's say
does
you're
not
feeling a
say
Ferrari.
that this successful businessman is going to be loyal to me.
My question is, how does a rite of passage fix the issue that you're raising?
All I'm saying is
I look at
feel
investments. I agree with
it's
the
too
sis.
easy to get married.
And
That's
to get
what I
out. To
think.
get in and to get out is too easy.
I think it's too easy.
So how do you fix that?
By the journey.
I'm asking if maybe this can't be one of the solutions. I'm not saying this
It's
is. I'm saying
Like
this could be one
a
of
university degree.
What would that
If a
look like?
university degree was just me just asking for one, then they wouldn't be valuing it.
It's. I feel like maybe mhlambe
So a school or a camp.
Gube na mhlambe certain levels that you must sort of go through.
Yeah, Baba. You have to in
A
anything.
school or a camp, like a 2-3 year.
They check you off.
But for
qualify.
Caesar is right.
I mean, I'm going to say,
Caesar is right. And we've said this
And
before.
you reckon this woman would not be thinking about what she's thinking
No,
about?
she would think of it.
She probably would even, let's say, even do it. I'm just trying to say, Wuti, one of the things is that the difficulty of making it into this elite space will obviously, for the most part, manage us.
Yeah.
And then once it's in there, going back to my point, the consequences, once you're in it, dropping all the way back, you're one about the game, snake and ladders. Once there's real consequences, that both those things working concurrently will really make you second guess certain things. So if you know, Guti, getting married is a 5-year putting R1 million down every year, and then once you have 5 million, then I'm qualified to get married. Let's just say I'm just using a monetary value, and then should I cheat or whatever, divorce, I lose the money to this person, messing up all the way back as an example.
That's what we have currently. Ilobolo and umshato is very expensive for a nigga. And if you have any resources, your woman leaves with half. So that already exists.
Perfect for the guy. For Skhuluma ngosisi, who doesn't have to pay lobola, who doesn't have to build the house. She didn't say she paid lobola. She didn't say she built the house. So I'm saying I get it from the guy. There must be consequences, and the journey where both parties, male, female, have to work towards something, qualify, and then get that union. And then from there, should something mess up, there has to be consequences. I think the reason why there's a whole breakdown of morality in today's society, you know, Guti, Mina, Ulungan is my older brother. Because there's no consequences in it. And the higher the consequences, the more, generally speaking, I get to manage myself. But next, you know, mina ngifuna amaphoyisa, hey, wayibhuta omusha ngempama kuthiwa ubhuta komdala ubhuta komncane.
Yeah.
Ubhuta omdala kuthiwa ya wenzeni. Yabona ke now there's all of a sudden
Victim blaming.
Now when yabona now I have to know ukuthi yabona yenziwa 1 2 3 4 5, and I'm saying ukuthi whatever the consequences will manage society. Society has no consequences, bro.
I won't be able to find this thing in time.
Usenzo was shot and killed in a room full of people. And there's no consequences to those people.
No.
So you're a witness and there's no consequence to you. You the guy that pulled the trigger, there's no consequence to you. You're the sister that pulled the trigger, there's no consequences. When you live in a society where there's no consequences for negative action, be it cheating on a girl that you've been dating for 2 months or your wife, and there's no consequences, what are we saying, bro? Yeah. And in fact, we go to the person who's broken, the person who built the home, the person who lobolile, the person who is what, and then we say, bro, just charge it to the game, walk it out.
Hey, you have to charge it to the game, otherwise
No,
you'll find yourself.
I hear you and I agree in today's law.
She must just move on.
You know, in today's law, I hear you. I hear you. But all I'm saying is that should there, if this was in one of those countries where Usisi gets stoned for cheating, she will think about her actions many times. One, she wouldn't have sent that post. That's just why.
And it would have never happened.
We don't know about never. We're just trying to say, Wuti, we want to get to a situation where it's a society. People, generally speaking, can second guess. The reason why we don't rob banks as a general person on the street is because, you know, there's consequences.
You know,
the reason why the average person doesn't just go in daylight while you're walking a Pick and Pay in the middle of the chocolate aisle, drop usisum rape, is because that has consequences.
Yeah.
But the moment you remove consequences, you're asking for anarchy. And when it comes to something as infidelity, there's no consequences. Therefore, you're asking for anarchy when it comes to that. And that is one of the foundation of a relationship.
Oh, this thing's making you angry. I'd like to hear Caesar's response to the lady, but
Caesar must give us his opinion. Guys, what must the lady do, guys? Don't go into too much detail.
Before you answer,
the lady must not be with either of those guys.
She must get divorced.
The lady must just
Get divorced.
Look,
She must get divorced.
it's a disaster, this thing waiting to happen.
Caesar, she must get divorced
She must get divorced.
and be by herself.
Yes.
And no
Even if
consequences.
she goes to the other guy, she's going to traumatize the child that she has with this guy.
Okay, so you're saying she should get divorced and be by herself for how long?
She must leave the good guy.
Yes, she's getting divorced.
Yes.
And she must be by herself for how long?
She doesn't know who the
For how
father of
long?
this child is. The child that she's currently pregnant with, she doesn't know who the dad is.
The current one.
She's pregnant. She doesn't know if it's
Yeah, the
it's
baby's
husband.
separate. We're asking just what
What
she
must
should-
the lady do?
No, so she must get divorced.
But he said will traumatize the child, and I'm like, which child?
We're getting there. So she must get divorced and then she must be single.
Oh, she's just confused.
But divorce.
I know this is gonna. I feel like in such situations, there should be like a stone school where it's permanent.
Okay, these are hypotheticals. You guys are coming up with in a perfect world. I'm just asking. This lady's coming now.
Yeah,
Yes, in a perfect world, we'd like
she
all
must
these
retire.
things. She must never be with a man
She
again.
must retire.
That's advice, any change.
What's your advice?
No, the only reason I'm saying this is because I mean, really, Siswa, divorce your husband and never be with a man again. She's obviously going to be like, whatever, man.
No, I'm saying in the sense of like, because she's thinking that she'll get married. She must just not get married to anybody.
Bro, here's my
But she must date.
Yeah, she can date.
So that's your advice. Divorce your husband
Yeah.
and then date your baby
Also,
daddy.
I don't think
Your issue is the marriage part.
No, yeah.
She can date her baby daddy that she loves.
She must date.
Or you don't have a problem with that.
Look, she'll probably do it.
Okay, maybe here's my fear, bro. Sorry, just before you jump into that, here's my fear. We are currently dealing with a lot of unstable men in this country. And we've seen time and time again what is happening on social media. So we can't be blind to what is happening. So in the real world, we need to come up with real world solutions. Because with Mrs. Lawrence, this is something very similar that he did, well, in the situation. And then he murdered people. Because if we just say, walk away or just divorce, if the husband were to find out the story.
But you're not giving a solution. You said she must drink chick.
No.
She's already cheated. She's already pregnant.
I said before she needs to find Mamncane, give birth.
That was your solution. Still is tembo.
Give birth.
Your solution is tembo.
Wait, that's part one. No, it's a two-part solution. And then give birth. God bless this child. This child did nothing wrong. The child, and then Mamncane needs to then, these
are real world solutions that you're giving us now.
Mese nondindwa put it cheek.
Are strict solutions possible in a world where we are so liberal?
No, they're not. That's why I'm basically saying you guys are dreaming.
But how is it that we're not liberal policy-wise and law-wise? We're not liberal with those things. We're not liberal with stealing in terms of laws written down. But we're liberal with infidelity.
Yes, but you're speaking idealism.
Yeah, of course. That's
we don't have this lady's asking for not a.
She needs advice now.
There's no real advice, and maybe you might come up with something because the three of us right now, so trinil, right?
Divorce. Don't get married again. I think it's fair.
Yeah.
Lana, it's
move on to the new guy.
Go to any man that's got more money because I know you're about survival.
Usis is also happy with the new guy.
No,
he doesn't care. He's just saying she shouldn't get married. His issue is the union and the institution of marriage.
Uba.
The lady.
Jeez. There's a guy on Twitter at Zubi. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. At Zubi Music.
Yeah.
He posted this on the American dates. I think the 23rd of April.
I watch a lot of Zubi stuff on YouTube.
23 April 2025.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the state of modern male/female relationships, it becomes blindingly obvious why our ancestors had all those rules, customs, and traditions in place.
Yeah.
It wasn't just to oppress you and be mean. They knew some stuff. Because a lot of the stuff that you guys are saying, if we're like, no, we need a new solution. And then I ask, what's the new solution? Listening sounds like, oh, you want an old solution.
Yeah.
Where it's difficult to get into shado.
Because stoning,
you can't just jola around.
Stoning is an old solution.
Let's not speak stoning. Let's just speak from an African perspective. Amantombazana eba amachichi abe yintombi nto until they find a husband.
No, namachita.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying stoning wasn't there. So let's not go there.
But there's a misconception, and maybe there's a person that misunderstands it. Guti, just the sisters were virgins.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, no, I'm saying to the listener that just thinks
people don't get stoning.
Yeah, yes, I agree.
Shaka's father.
I take back the stoning thing for now. I'm just saying for the listener, it's not just traditionally that the sisters were virgins.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The brothers were virgins as well.
They were required to be virgins.
Yeah. Because again, you're not going to smash my daughter on the side, and then
because there were consequences. You just don't speak about it. They shy or get forced to marry.
And Shaka was ostracized. In fact, that's another thing that people don't speak about.
For what?
For shamboking outside of your marriage. People don't
Shara.
think about that. Yeah.
This is a conspiracy theory.
No, it's a true story. If you listen to whichever history you're listening to, that it wasn't just easy for Shaka as well. You shamboked someone and then things just were
It's
just
not.
fine.
It's not written history. It's what you heard.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah.
But again, so Makuyang and Tombinto is a virgin. Gents were also virgins
they were
back
required
then.
to be, yeah.
So please, guys, we're not picking one gender over the other.
I always appreciate people who are happy to open up, because one of the dangers of weaponizing and attacking someone who's opening up is they close up and they might do worse, versus you actually acknowledging their story and trying to be understanding and sensitive.
Yeah.
She's a normal woman in the world. There's nothing unique about her. She's not Delilah or Jezebel, the worst woman on earth. She's a normal girl in society.
Normal in what sense?
In terms of how she's moving. She met a guy, she loved him, it seems. She said he was my first real love, in my heart. She decided to have a child with him. Not married, we can judge on that, but many girls have children, out of wedlock. The guy left, ghosted her and the baby. Very sad. She'd move on and become a wife for arguably 8-9 years.
Yeah.
Which I think is noble. And I think she was a good wife based on the little bit that we have. Her baby daddy comes back into the picture and uvusa those feelings. And in
that's where I disagree with the normal part. Just from now, 1, 2, 3, go. That's where it's
you
not
think
normal.
a normal girl who loved
Her husband.
who loved her baby daddy back in the day and he left, you don't think it's normal for her to bump into the guy and mhlawumbe kuvuka ama feelings?
Okay, Vugama feelings, yeah. And
and maybe she finds herself sleeping with him.
no, I don't think that's normal.
You don't think that's normal?
I don't think it's normal for a wife who's had a home built and a man who's taken on the responsibility of your child.
Yes.
I don't think that's normal for you to now sleep with your first love.
You
And getting
think
pregnant
that's
with-
abnormal?
I think that's abnormal.
Yeah, I think you're delusional. Caesar?
What world do you live in?
Normal.
What?
So a woman sees
There's what's right and what's normal.
A woman sees her first love.
Use the word wrong.
It's unacceptable.
Yes, it's
No.
wrong.
Wrong is the right word.
I'm okay. Let's even remove the fact that she's married and has a child.
So you're saying this person was only-
Let's remove the fact that she's married
Yeah.
and has a child. Let's remove that. I don't think it's normal for a woman to see a first love and then just decide to have sex.
The love of her life.
That's insane.
The father of her child.
No. I'm even willing to remove the married part.
No, I heard that. But
Yes.
this is the love of her life.
I don't think that's normal.
Hectic. Okay, we can agree
I
to
might
disagree.
be totally ignorant with that
Yeah.
because if that's the case,
okay.
I don't believe that every woman marries the love of their life. I don't believe that every
man.
man.
Yeah.
I don't believe that's the case. But
Most probably don't.
maybe. Ne? But I also don't believe that it's normal, because normal to me would speak to average, right? Normal equals average. Normal.
Average is 50%.
Yeah, that's normal.
It's not most.
That's normal. I don't think that it's 50% of people when they see their first love want to open their quet for the ndanga to smash.
She didn't want to open the quet.
Doesn't laugh, man.
No.
She didn't bump into the love of her life and the father of her child
doesn't
and say,
laugh.
fuck me. They probably had coffee, which was wrong.
I don't
They
think,
had chats. He told about his business.
If you had said,
feelings abuya.
if you had said them sitting down having a conversation and her feeling coming back kancane, maybe that's normal. But for her to get smashed by this guy and potentially get impregnated, I don't think that's normal.
Hectic. Okay.
Because normal speaks to 50%.
No, that's okay. We can agree to disagree.
So if we're saying majority of women that are married, majority, whatever the numbers, are not married to their first love, that means should those
First loves
women-
come back.
hypothetically,
Yeah.
half of them would be open to getting smashed,
That's exactly what we're saying.
and then half of them will get smashed.
By
No,
their first
we're
love.
not saying they
No,
will
no,
get
no, no,
smashed.
We're saying that
You were
normalities they're
very
getting
right.
smashed.
You were very right to say
The first
they would
part.
be open to. That is what's normal. She would act on it, and we can
we're talking
debate.
about an action. We're not talking about she's not writing because she's thinking about it.
We're not going to agree
done
with
it.
you.
What's the normal part? Her doing it?
We're not going to agree with you, and
Fine.
that's okay.
What's the normal part? Her doing it or her thinking about doing it?
Both.
I'm asking. So her doing it.
Both.
So we saying that if the majority of women who are married, it's not their first love. Should their first love do it? It's normal for half of those women.
Dude, what if the woman
to
has
have
been
sex.
going through shit with that
No,
the
we're
guy?
only talking about what we know. No, we're saying half of those married women, it's normal for them to get smashed by their
No,
first
not
loves.
get smashed. Please,
In
no,
this
let
case-
me clarify, because
Okay.
I know you're getting emotional. You're not listening to us.
No, I just want to know it's normal.
I think we're trying to answer.
Okay.
Being open
And
to
I
getting
am-
smashed doesn't mean you're going to get smashed, because that guy also needs to smash you.
Perfect.
Being open means if an opportunity arises, you will get smashed. You're asking if it's normal for them to get smashed. That's a definite.
I'm asking this.
No,
here.
I'm trying to answer you. You're not listening.
No, you saying
You're not listening.
is it
You're not
normal
listening.
to be open to?
Open means if there's an opportunity that is perfect, she will get smashed.
I'm asking a
but it
different-
doesn't mean it will automatically mean she gets
I'm
smashed.
asking her getting smashed
Yes.
by her first love.
Yes.
The verb.
What's the
Is
verb?
that normal?
You're not listening. I try to simplify. Please listen.
I don't need to listen. I'm
You don't need to
question.
listen.
It's a yes or no question.
Yeah.
It's a simple yes or no question. You can say yes or you can say no.
Mm-hmm.
Is smashed? Is that normal? Yes or no? That's all I'm asking.
Pendula tips.
Yes.
Caesar?
That's normal.
Yes, from me as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Katwana, where do you live?
I'm not exposed to enough married women.
No, they're just not telling you what they do.
No,
And they're not honest.
For me,
You can meet 1,000 married women. They don't need to tell you.
For me to
I need to say
know,
normal is at the
I-
50% mark. I need
yeah, 50. For me to know, I first need to get exposed to married women.
Nothing wrong.
If that makes sense.
Anecdotal, nothing wrong.
Yeah. So I'm not exposed to married women. For me to know that half of them, when their first love or their true love comes back, verb gets smashed.
That's not what we said.
No, that's what I asked.
That's not what you asked.
Did you ask? Did you hear what I asked?
I just said us now.
I'm asking because Ulunga is missing it. I'm saying which is should first love comes back.
Yeah.
Is it normal? Question mark. For them to get smashed, the action of smashed by their first love. Is that normal or abnormal? That is what I'm asking. And you said it's normal, and you said it's normal. Ulunga was saying it's different based
I
on
think
the
we're based
question. and
normal
the
on
positioning.
50%. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I'm just talking
normal.
about 50%.
Yeah,
no,
it's
I'm not
at
saying majority.
50%, yeah.
I'm even willing to go down to 40%. Love.
Yes, love one.
Akusho angiyazi la.
Can't control.
Kusho uthi
You can't control. You can't control that thing.
Let me.
Kunormal ukuthi kufika umuntu ongathi umthandi.
As long as our average is based on 50%, yes.
I was even saying
If it's
40%.
based at 50%, then my answer is yes. If it's based on 50%.
So, I forgot which part of the story.
Nani chick. Fabethela upetrol bashiswe. Bashiswe. Ushadile. Phela angikhulumi ngokujola.
Wena wafuna ukubulala abantu. Hayi, mina no.
Because when uyambulala
Penuel is not meant to make you mellow.
when uyambulala lo bhuti loyo. So when
You're correct, bro. I agree with you. But I don't think you must go that route.
Mawuchithela umnyeni wakho uyambulala. Now izibulala. Usufile mosubhuti. Cabanga bathi umuntu umlobolile. Wakho umuzi ingane na 2 weeks. Umbulele lo mjida. Usufile lo mjida.
Maravanana 9 years.
9 years.
Bakuthathela imali.
Uwadla ingane oyazi ukuthi
Why are you guys thinking about this guy when the lady is asking for advice?
That's it.
No,
I give him advice. I'm just
No, nothing wrong.
ufile ubhuti. Can we agree on that?
No.
Akafanga?
Hayi. Yeah. No.
Hypothetically, touch wood, God forbid. Usuyezwa wena kuthiwa
Well, always an example ngam.
No, when you tell Gafang, me personally, ne?
Sure.
If I were to find myself in that scenario, angazi mina ngavele yinje eCarlton Center nginyuke ngele phezulu ngavele ngichume.
Surprised Uchita elwele, let's say this league.
Hey, I'd be surprised, futhi.
She came out.
Love.
Because you
I
never
told
know. Ish.
This guy just came back in my life.
And it's a fact.
Love. So who was fight for Mrs. Ujini?
The husband fighting.
Hypothetically, this lady then decides
To be honest.
disclose all of this to my husband.
And that's a fact.
And let him know ukuthi uguy onje ubaba umntana sebuyile ndodana.
And sesenzeka kanjena I'm in love.
Umjita ethi sizoyilungisa.
Would you be surprised?
No, uthi usizwe like It's not ukuthi angithi mina ngithi ufile umjita. I might say find out what is. You'd be surprised because there's so many variables. Because he might hear the full story exactly how it is, and he's still and that's a fact.
That's generally what happens.
And still fight for the lady.
Generally, much generally, people are 50+1.
When women cheat on their husbands,
Eh?
generally the niggas want to fix things. Niggas don't just say like divorce, go away.
Yeah, no.
What?
Yeah, that's true.
Niggas generally want, because they, to what you're saying, they've emotionally invested. They might even have their own child. Umchida gets angry, I'm shy, which is wrong. But Umchida goes away and comes back and
The
says,
divorce won't be immediate. That's what I'm saying. The divorce won't be immediate.
Man. Well, okay, this is cool. Most general. You're saying what is the I said 50%.
Sharp.
I said 50%.
Would stay.
Amachita. Mem comes with a story like this, or not even as extreme. Usis cheated.
Sure.
Amachita then say
They would stay. They would rather go back to a home where anisazwane mara nihlala nonke then udla matala side. You won't divorce.
Usis cheated.
Yeah, you won't divorce.
I mean, we had a.
What about divorce immediately?
Uba, wena. Awusiye kufe wonke umuntu mos.
We had another ending to a relationship. I don't know if you guys remember the guy who ended up killing his girlfriend and recorded it.
Isa.
There was a history of cheating that he knew of, and he kept forgiving her.
Oh, long chita we polo. Yes, I see. Yeah.
what story is that?
The lady who took a video, we even spoke about it, man, here.
Yeah, it was this December, 2024 December.
The guy who took a video, man, while the lady was dead in Facebook.
Was this Lawrence?
No, there was a second video. There was forget Musiso. There was I think 3 if not 2 Twitter trending videos about Amachita that did something. Musiso Lawrence, it was the girl had a child and then no, Musiso Lawrence that's Musiso Lawrence.
This guy.
Yes, that's what
Lawrence.
she's talking about.
There's another video.
I've been talking about him.
You know, that's Musiso Lawrence. So there's another one similar to what you're saying. Umchita uthi nasibheka lesifebe senzani. And I'm just saying uthi
He didn't kill her. That's a new one, ain't it?
no, in December I think there was 3 big trending topics about guys that it was very, very painful in that time.
Yeah.
But with all of that being said, one, I've learned a heck of a lot. Because clearly I'm living in a bubble. And
It's not clear. It's 3 opinions.
okay, based on 3 opinions, because maybe sisters don't open up to me about their infidelity, nor to chance. Because mina angwazi mina machita atrowile or who are heavily invested, and they're like, no, we'll figure it out.
I know them.
That's fine. Angithi wena yikho nje bebe Joseph into engishoyo.
So Joseph man.
Joseph wenzani?
Please.
Khuluma.
Ngixolele.
Ngiyaxolela.
Ngiyakuthanda.
Nami ngiyakuthanda.
Sathandana.
Can I take this chance to give my answer?
Oh, what you I'm about to close it up. Sorry.
I was on my way.
Apologies.
8-9 years married to this guy,
Yeah.
which I think is decent, and then the love of her life came back, and he's successful and she mentions that her husband is a teacher, but he's taken care of us for years. I don't think I ever loved him though. Is it a bad thing to follow my heart? Is the question.
A mere what?
No, a mere teacher.
A mere teacher.
Yeah, no. But remember,
But
there's
she said,
another option.
now when you say
uses
mere,
that word in China,
you never said mere.
She's
when
undermining
you're
this guy, man.
You're a 2-week baby. I built you a home. I wasn't a mere teacher when I built you a home. Ngakulobola. I wasn't a mere teacher when I loboled you. Ngakuthatha your 2-week child. That's not my child. Ubalekile ubaba wengane. I wasn't a mere teacher all these times. 9 years. I wasn't a mere teacher.
That's what I'm saying.
Saying a mere teacher.
You are coming back to my point.
Saying a mere
Survivor.
teacher. No, I agree.
For 9 years, you were not a mere.
Yes.
You were a man.
Yeah, but
I
agree. I fully agree with Uti. I think
instinctively
they want the best.
Yeah.
I was just going Uti. There'll always be someone who's taller, bigger, faster, stronger, more financially.
Yeah.
excuse me, there should be consequences.
Yeah. But it's 50-50, so it's fine.
No, I'm just saying there should be
Jina abanye
consequences.
sibela, it's not based on money.
That's my line in the sand. On both ends, there should be consequences. Nice salute.
Is it a bad thing to follow my heart? There's actually two very important lines here.
Okay.
He's my first real love, and I always prayed for him to come back. So I guess even while she was married, she still prayed for this guy to come back. That's the one line. The second line is, my problem is, I don't know how to tell my husband that I want a divorce.
So she's already made the decision.
So her closing is it a bad thing to follow my heart?
Is following a heart this new guy?
Yes.
Or is the following the heart getting a divorce?
No,
Following the heart
she's
is
the new guy.
getting with the baby daddy and divorcing.
Okay.
So the first answer is the answer to the first important question, is it a bad thing to follow my heart? The answer is yes. Because in the real world, your heart can deceive you. And it may be a temporary thing, and it may be an old thing. Nostalgia, reminiscing, etc. So she needs to use logic, would be my first thing. Take some time out to think about this decision you're meant to make, because you found a good man. This guy ghosted you once. He might do it again. We don't know. Number two, Mauti, I don't know how to tell my husband that I want a divorce. Are you sure that you want a divorce? And is the divorce based on the baby daddy coming back?
That's a fact.
If it's based on the baby daddy coming back, it's a dumb decision.
Take time to think
If
about
it's
it.
not, getting a divorce might be the best thing for both of you. Because you're saying you don't think you love this guy. It could be the baby daddy could ghost you again. But you're still with Umjitong, which means there's a problem somewhere. I think if you really care about this guy, yes, he's a mere teacher, but he's taking care of you. If you really care about him and the home is built, you're going to have to let him go. Otherwise, you're selfish. Whether you get with the baby daddy or not, you have to let this guy go because he deserves better than you right now. How you do it together becomes a conversation. But you've got a problem here. When the fact that you've cheated is immoral and it's fucked up and whatever, but unenkinga and uputu abantu doesn't deserve what you're putting him through. Then there's this last problem of pregnancy where I would advise, and this is bad advice. I know it's bad advice.
I know where you're going.
I know this is bad advice. But I would give it because
Mary
I think
Stopes.
it's the most practical.
Stopes.
Mary Stopes is not a bad, that wasn't going to be my advice.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Mary Stopes is not a bad idea. If a woman is not sure of the paternity and she has appetite, get rid of the baby because you might find yourself fucked. If you're choosing to keep the child, I would say don't tell your
Either of
husband or don't tell the baby daddy that this might be his child. You're going to cause problems. Be like it's your husband's child. Let your husband know that you're pregnant, have the child, knowing that you fucked up. Give it some time, and at your earliest convenience, try and get a paternity test. I said I gave a disclaimer. I did give a disclaimer that this is bad advice. Please allow me.
You did say it's
I did say it's bad advice.
You did say it's bad advice. You did say.
Shouldn't she get a paternity first
And then
maybe
Akhulume, who's the-
close to pregnant?
how will she get a paternity?
You can do a paternity while you're pregnant.
When you go a movie, la syringe is
You can get a paternity test while you're pregnant.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
You
I've heard
can,
that.
but it's yes, you
I've heard
can.
that,
You
yeah.
can, but it's in the same realm as OSIS. Like about IVF,
Okay.
it's dangerous.
Okay.
Oh,
But,
okay.
but you can.
At whatever convenience and practicality, you can get it. I was just saying letting Gani pume because pregnancy is a high stressful.
Mara,
High
Penson,
emotional.
you're killing the guy in fact that it might not be his child.
You're not
The
letting me
guy's
finish.
preparing.
Let me finish. Sure. So get paternity. If it's your husband's child,
Nice.
in retrospect, all good. You didn't tell the baby daddy's expect. You're like, I'm pregnant with my husband.
Yeah.
You didn't tell this guy, hey, I was cheating. It's bad advice also because you're fucking around with your husband. But at least everything's been cleared up.
50-50 chance.
In a situation where it's not his child, your husband, now you're fucked. Now you're going to have to, horrible advice, but this is in the spirit of not getting killed. You're going to have to find an excuse and a reason to break up and divorce your husband and leave him. And give it some time because divorce on its own is a mission. After that time, hopefully he's moved on. He's found a new woman. You tell him, look, I have something I need to say, and this has been chowing me. This was part of the reason I wanted to get divorced all the way back then. I cheated on you and I'm sorry. And at the time I was cheating was when I fell pregnant and I'm not sure. So please can we do a paternity? You already know that it's not his child. Please can we do a paternity test to confirm?
We are co-maintenance, but
Yes.
All those things are going to happen. This is a horrible advice.
Now you're going from 9 years to 10 years now of taking care of a child.
In the spirit of
13 years,
people, in the
15
spirits of people not being killed and not being beaten up, because I get in kuluma nature. Uthi wena uzoshaywa, uzobulalwa. We don't know what's going to happen to you. Now I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to in some way protect this guy that you fucked over. I'm trying to protect Isimo. This is the best advice I can give you. Because if you give other advice and you say, look, I cheated, this might...
Can I add a different dynamic? So you do the paternity with your husband, secretly, without no one knowing.
Yes.
And it's your husband's child. But you still want to be with the baby daddy.
That sounds like leave.
That's okay.
Then what do you do?
No. You must understand where I started this thing.
No.
For the intro, I'm going to she asked, she mentioned multiple things. She must leave this guy, is my number one advice.
Okay.
No matter what happens, whether she delays it by a year, 2 years, she has to leave this guy. It's wrong for her. I'm telling her, Siswam, I love you. I care about you. Please leave this man.
I'm saying she wants to be with baby daddy one.
Yes.
That's where she wants to be.
Yes.
So you give her advice, leave your husband.
Yes.
She says, perfect, I'll leave my husband. She did paternity and the child is husband's.
Yes.
She leaves husband.
Yes.
Does she then go with baby daddy one?
I don't care where she goes after, but she must leave this guy.
Yeah, she has to.
And does she then disclose to husband that Vele, it's your child? So how does husband?
Oh no,
maneuver?
she has to say it's your child. But she already said it's your child, so she doesn't have to reaffirm.
So all she doesn't have to do is talk about the infidelity during the marriage. Then she she lies about that. She says, look, there was she omits.
Yeah.
Divorce here so that baby daddy number two can then just pay maintenance. Ex-husband can just pay maintenance.
Yeah, it's just the baby daddy now. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's the best advice I can give her. But look, since you raised the Mary Stopes, if it's early enough, I would advise, please get rid of the baby. But you have to divorce this guy.
There's a clear reason why I think a lot of society is not ready to have these conversations. One, it's a very emotional conversation.
Yeah.
And two, the realization, like there's so many variables that go into these discussions. But with all of that being said, we have to have these conversations.
We have to,
because there's no chance. Whether we have them or not, we're seeing what's happening in society. That just goes without saying. So whether we have the conversations about GBV, it's happening. Whether we have the conversations about murder in relationship, whether it's woman murdering the man, it's happening. It's happening. Rape is happening. And I think the best thing is to have the conversations, to unpack, to look for hypothetical situations, play devil's advocates, and then hopefully if there's some people that can actually make decisions, then they can come and join and make policies. But
I'd like to ask a dark question to you guys. I hope it won't be long.
Yeah.
That'll be my parting shot.
Okay. Sure.
In the context of what we've raised. What do you guys think you'd do if you were to find out one or some or all of your children are not yours?
I don't know. I think Usizwe hit it on the head, where the reaction might be totally different because of the time, energy, effort emo put in, where there's that dissonance where you're like, you know what, fuck it, whatever. Your brain just says, whatever you said, I disregard. And this year's going to be my 10th Father's Day this year. So my brain might short circuit and just say, whatever you said, it doesn't make sense. You know, I'm not going to do any blood tests. You know, like when Machita so tester for STI and Machita type very next. So it might be a situation where it's that. But knowing my personality, if that were to come out, it might just be my brain just switches off and says Terfontaine.
Do you think you could potentially get violent?
That's 100%. I don't think it's part of the platter, you know. So it's violence. My
quick advice to you,
or I think the main one would be just me living in total denial. Good, it's not my kids, and just saying it's my kids.
My little bit of advice to you is embrace the possibility and then play a scenario in your head so that if it ever happens, you have thought about it before. I think it does mitigate.
I think a scenario like that, and I understand what you're saying, and I agree. I think a scenario like that is like a death in the family.
Car accident.
We all know that our loved ones will pass at some point. That's a fact. We know that, like, it's not even yabo. But when you hear those painful news, you know, the reaction is obviously different. So as I said, Guti, I've done those little mental gymnastics of saying murder, suicide. Yeah, I've done those little papanyana useless things. But when it does really happen, you know, God forbid, touch wood, I don't know what will happen. You know, because I don't know what will happen the day Muntu loses a loved one because of a car accident. I might have had all these things and I've played it in my mind.
No, sorry, when I said car accident, I meant you can mentally prep for a car accident. But when you're in the accident, you don't know. That's what I meant. Not with you losing a loved one in the car accident. Debs.
Aye, Bram. Oh, that's tough. The honest answer, because me, part of how I define who I am is through family,
legacy.
The surname, legacy. That's the biggest thing I live for, you know. Yeah, I think ngahlanya, man. Yeah.
So this is I
don't think I'll be normal because my identity is based on living a legacy. I wake up because of the same.
Yes, like what am I waking up for?
Know, like I wake up for those things, you know. I think ngahlanya, bro. Yeah. I'd go mad.
I know I wake up. One of my main driving forces why I wake up every day is family.
I'm in ngahlanya, bro.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm fit.
It's a very difficult situation to picture myself in.
Yeah.
Also because but because I'm at the age now where I'm like ngiyafisa.
Yes.
To be honest, I think I would probably. I don't think I'd be able to trust a woman again, man.
Do you trust women currently?
I haven't been betrayed in that sense.
So there's an element of trust you still give them.
I'm still a virgin.
Oh, let me try and say, so
In that
you still trust women with all the things that they've never put you through,
That's why I need to.
even if they've put other men
the
through.
most truthful answer is that I've never been through this thing,
Yeah.
and I don't have a child. So, but I understand how much I want a child now. That would break me, man.
To my knowledge, this has always been my disclaimer. To my knowledge, I've never been cheated on. Ne? But I still don't trust women.
Look, you understand that? Sure. I've been cheated on.
But I'm saying,
It's been just a siyajola.
To my knowledge, I won't disclaim.
Yeah.
When I lived experience, to my knowledge, I have zero lived experience, but still I'm about 10. And
I can tell because the stakes went that high.
Usiz was just saying that because he hasn't experienced certain things, he's not gonna just suck from other people and be like, "Ansantembi," because nali mazupenzo. I think that's what I'm taking. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I learn from other people's mistakes. I don't need to put my hand in the fire to know it burns.
Then you're dealing with also an individual.
Yeah, but there's patterns that form, right?
In the individual.
I was learning today.
Unless you have prior history of it, then.
No, I'm just saying, for me, there's a part of today where I'm like, I need to actually start asking certain questions to different people. Because clearly there's an experience that the three of you guys have experienced that I'm not privy to. So it's either I just say, I know my life, or I can be open-minded and go learn. Confirm my bias or change my thinking.
I think because also we have different insecurities. My insecurity is that I'll never trust you again. That's my insecurity. So that's the reason why I can't stay. Because I can never ever trust you again.
Oh.
You understand?
It's easy because the relationship is based on value and trust. mina nje qala nje kamnandi nje ukuthi nje vele nje ulungelo you said it earlier ukuthi we need women in our lives for different things, so which trust is not one of those things. I wouldn't tell you where my off switch button is. You might figure it out as the relationship goes, but ngeke ngitshele because angithembi vele nje umuntu wesifazane noma uba angithembi. So okay, I got you. We have different insecurities, sure.
I personally know guys who have taken their lives because of women.
I know personal guys. I've lost 4 of my friends because of women.
They've taken their lives because of women. That stuff has to change.
Of my friends. 4 of my friends.
Amachita that invested emotionally beyond a safe point.
If you see those guys, especially the last one, you would have said never. You most stereotypical Zulu man.
First mission.
Boy, what I know, I'm done. Because again, bro, like without going deeper into that realm,
sure.
But you have to get to a point where you just said, it's enough now. The pain is beyond what I can handle.
You want to switch the pain off.
It's beyond. Whether you're 12 years old, 16 years old, 30 years old, 50-year-old, if you've invested enough emotionally, whether you've been with this person for a year, 10 years, doesn't matter. If you've invested enough emotion, you're like, it's too much pain. I can't handle it. Maybe you could. I can't. Switch off.
As you are saying, I'm thinking maybe it could be the first time maybe one could entertain the idea of suicide. Because bro, it's too much. It raised the kid for how many years?
No, I wouldn't be able to fathom You can say hypothetically and we can talk hypothetically. As Mike Tyson says, everybody's got a plan to get punched in the mouth. And these are boxers who train for this. Then they get punched in the mouth and then they still lose their whole game plan. So you're like, I look at people getting angry on the road. Something as silly as just cutting a person off because I indicate something that we're all trying to get to work. And I can see how emotional people can get in that
road rage, and people kill each other.
People kill each other for just in Djibouti. When lane that you can't take a left, people can lose. This person is married, he's got kids, he's got this, he's got business, he's got employees.
That time, the kid, you named them after your uncle or your whoever, your grandmother. People have killed and have committed suicide for what I, as a person, deem less. Yeah.
Now imagine for something where I deem is the pinnacle
of your existence.
Is family. If people are willing to kill for the fact that Lona, robotini, emba ngjahi. What's the emba wama?
Sure.
People are willing to do that. Now, bro, I don't.
This is not your child.
I don't.
One of the goals of women today, one of their main goals, is to move you from a state of emotional stability, mental stability, to get you to leave that safe platform, to dive deep into a pool of loving them.
Instability.
That is one of their greatest wishes, and one of the reasons women... You can call it love. That's an easy way. But one of the reasons women get so angry with men cheating and why they lose their minds, and Cindy Nkabi, is because she feels like she took you from a place where we saw her, and she's got you wearing a tutu with your child and Nyajive, and she splattered. You're a killer. You're a cold guy. And she's taken you out of that safe room into a space where you're vulnerable, where you're naked. You and your small dick and your secrets and what happened to you as a kid and how you feel about your mom and your fears. You know, I'm ashamed of this. One day a lot of women, that is their number one goal. I want
from a subconscious.
I want you to be naked for me. And they get angry when they feel another woman has been able to do that to you as well, which is why sometimes it's like, oh, you were just fucking her. Women can almost get over that. But if you're like, no, I really love her, they're like, what the fuck? Because your nakedness, not physical, is for me. And what happens that women don't understand, which is why they get shocked sometimes when guys commit suicide or homicide or whatever. They don't know what happens when you're taking a guy from that position and you're leading him into, no, just fall back, I'll catch you. Just float, it's okay, I've got you. And then you leave me. And I fall down.
So I jump and you meant to catch me.
Because what happens during pregnancy and raising a child is a man goes out of the modern man goes out of his natural demeanor. We're not, hey, kuchi, we're not nappies at night. You're asking us to move out of, we must be understanding of your emotions. I'm pregnant, rub my feet. We must go out of what's normal for us and become this feminine energy that I would never be. But I'm doing it for you because you're carrying my seed that's baking in you. And you'll shout at me, I want hot wings. I've got cravings. You know, your baby's kicking. No, come feel your baby and what, and push and baby, what do you think of this? Do you want a boy or a girl? And you're out of your comfort zone, which is safe as umuntu wesilisa. Our child is sick and now you're panicking, Penson, what should I do? You know, my child's temperature, now don't try Panado, syrup. Don't we at the hospital, hey, my woman is, hey, don't frustrated, but you know what, I just signed a deal. At least I know my kid is gonna, hey, we're stressed over school. All those little moments where you are out of safety. And then after all of that, you find out that the kid is not yours, which is her, to what Penson was saying, which you're getting killed. And look, women can argue that men do the same, but the reality is women from birth are groomed to swim.
Not even just
they are groomed to be like, go.
But they are built like that. I mean, that's why I hate having this nature versus nurture. And I say it's both, because they are groomed, but they also built for it. It's both working concurrently.
To be soft and to trust, and I will 100%. Leave my family to join your family. Like, I will be fully naked for you.
It's nature and nurture. I used for to them cry. To be that.
This is how I was violent. All these things comes, which is why they also tend to speak more. Like us, not they're very feminine. That's what they do. Tina, you're asking a guy who never says anything to finally be like, yeah, when I was young, I was touched like this. And my biggest fear is poverty. And I will cry I've never cried in front of everyone, and anyone. But now you're gonna keep this thing, and then you're gonna drop a bombshell after 18 years of, in the worst times where I hated you the most, I was like, no, man, the right thing is to actually stick with you for the sake of my child and what. And sahamba makot, ngaboleki imali yokumaintaina, sala over iskele. I was there crying when my child was doing her recital and all, and you're telling me all of that. You were always aware that I'm not the guy, and you were to some degree fine with watching
I'm not
me
justifying violence, but
become that.
Because I always say, even when you're honest, because I'd rather be a stepfather because I know what I'm buying into.
100%.
I know fully well what I'm buying into. So this child I can love and what, but it's a willing buyer, a willing seller. So I'll go into that.
I almost don't care about cheating, but lying as a woman about paternity has to be one of the most evil things that women do.
I will be a stepfather for 30 years versus being lied to for 5 months. For 5 months, in 5 months. Because you love this thing. For 5, because with the 30 years, I'm a willing buyer. I know it's again, but I'll take that.
Let's shut this down. You're now reminding me of the story sa Kani. Yeah, let's shut it down.
Yes, it's not lab. Yeah, last words. I'm gonna.
All right. That story is this last part. Now you can't close with heavy things.
I must close with light things.
Why don't memelo? Hey. Mina phethi mina ngijwayele ukuthi lana saphosa. Yakhuluma phethi isihlekisana sihleke.
Hayi. Wena utotaka amasipho. Waza korunwa amasipho. Waza korunwa coffee. Hey,
well shawa iminye. Why uphuze kule nkomishi? Why ungaphuzanga kule nkomishi yakho?
Le bale God.
Nansi nkomishi yakho.
Sometimes the most important moments in your life are the moments where someone introduces you to concepts that could potentially save your life in future.
Fact.
That's all.
I think
it's meant to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
one of the most powerful things that has happened in my life is when I've been introduced to darkness. You know, and Bain talks about this. When you merely adopted the
darkness is your ally.
You think darkness is your
I was
ally.
born in it, molded by
it.
I didn't see the light until I was a young man.
And by then,
It was nothing to me but blinding. And that's one of the most powerful lines in Tolland movie history.
because again,
So
there's
darkness
power
is
in it.
having a woman lie about paternity. So Bain would look at you and laugh.
So
And
I'm,
be like,
I'm,
"Ow, you're crying because she lied and you raised the child. Shame."
But I'm
I mean,
saying-
where I come from, all of us,
we were born in
I'm
it.
sure Machita. So
Yes.
let us show you.
Is
That's
enough.
why you're saying
Because
Penson
she
would-
lied about paternity.
That's why you're saying to Penson, prep for it. Bro.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
Memento
it's,
mori.
but it's,
Know what I'm saying?
but I'm saying it's one thing to prep for it. I'm saying, one of the most powerful things that happened to me growing up, is seeing that. Let's just take Itai Malalo showing us like his girlfriends and things like that. Whereas you had a friend of yours at a later stage in varsity who found out for the first time that his dad cheated.
And you're like, hey, Baba, I'm so sport.
No, but he had never been exposed to that. So for him, it broke him that his father cheated. You understand? Whereas for us, we were born in it. So for us, you're like, how?
Tamalali isoka la manyana.
Oh, you saw that one.
What a change! What a Casanova!
So when you're born in that darkness, when you see it in other places, like you're like, come on, bro, this is
What you're saying?
this is natural.
I pray and hope when we're going back to the marriage thing.
Yeah.
I agree with Caesar. Part of the criteria, I really think people want to get married should be like, there should be a school. So the barrier of entry is very high. Outside of the school, whether it's a church school or whatever it is.
Summer side check.
We're a lady who spoke about the school of side chicks, man.
Yeah.
But I think as well, speaking to what you're speaking about, there has to be a year or two where the child sits with the parents individually or both of them. Guys, please tell me about marriage. Because here's the other flaw. The flop is that our parents don't tell us about their shit that they've done in marriage. You must sit with your dad like, when I'm a flop, I remember making a family meeting. What was it? So that the child now, when they get into this thing, there's a high possibility that this person might cheat. Because the time I did it, this person might not be unique from the time
You won't get it from your parents.
No, that's what I'm saying. But ideally,
It would be nice to hear from elders. Your aunts and uncles will tell you those stories.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Sure.
I want it from the school and then personal.
Sure, personal.
Yeah. The church is the school, it's fine.
Yeah.
In the Bible, Umfundisi who's almost lived a perfect life, who's also lying as well.
Yeah.
But I want it from the people straight. When is he out? How did you survive this thing? Imediako was 9 months pregnant. Did you go shambok on the side? I think that should be part of the criteria before you get married. Within a year, have a chat with your parents about the truth.
The education.
You need it, bro. Because kids now experience these things. When you go into the family meeting, oh, my husband is cheating. Then the mother's like, oh. Yeah. Matala side, but that's normal. Relax. That is normal. Mario, like 9 years ago, it might happen. They're only telling you now within this meeting. So I think one of the criteria, adding to what Caesar said, there has to be your parents and your aunts. For a year, you are visiting every single one of them for that whole year. Tell me the truth about marriage, not the fairy tale.
Back when our families...
sometimes-
Sorry,
Yeah.
because sometimes...
Because sometimes what happens is that, not sometimes, when you get married, on the day of marriage where they tell you about what is a man.
You're telling me now
The
24
woman-
hours before.
From on the day, it was 24 hours. That time it's your uncles, but so there's none of them but for 1 minute and then they think they've told you about marriage. I mean, African culture needs to evolve as well. I mean, that's another thing that
One of the things that that was taken from us as Africans is when our families were still united, a lot of when you spend time with family, these stories would leak organically. Organically, it would be like, hey, but now we and you're like, that's my mom. What the
yeah.
You know, and it becomes manje because we're so detached from our family. I'm only saying this because it shouldn't be the 1 year, 2 year from birth. If we were intentional
born
about
in it.
spending time
Born in
with
those
family and asking
dialogue
the
and
question. I've been advising, and maybe they'll wake up too late, but it's okay. I'll try and help where I can.
But I've agreed though.
No, it's okay. Penson and Penrose.
I'm not. I agree.
I spent time with my father before he passed, and I found closure with all the things I thought was shit about him. And I realized in that time how important it was spending that time with him.
Yeah.
To a point where my brother and my sister have gone through certain things in their life.
Yeah.
Where when they said them, I laughed. Because I was like, oh, I've heard this from my uncles and aunts. And I've told them, gents, guys, La Familia, siblingos.
Yeah.
Go and spend time with uncles and aunts. You'll be surprised at this thing that you think you've just fucking discovered fire.
Yeah.
Your aunt discovered fire 50 years ago. And she'll tell you how the fire burnt her. Because what I'm seeing now is you think you've discovered fire.
You think you're the only one.
And I'm just saying, don't hear it from me.
Yeah. Go to the source.
Go to them and be like, I just found out those kids are not mine. And everybody laugh at you. And you're like, what the I'm breaking. He's like, Yamazu, your cousin. No,
Yeah.
And you're like, no. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that now.
You have to spend time, bro. I won't lie. Like, I can't mention the uncle because now they will know what he said to me.
No, don't mention.
I'm shyly round. Boop drunk. Keep on my file just about life and marriage, dude. I'll never forget that experience because I'm like, I'm fit. Like in the past 5-6 years, uncle in fit. As I'm visiting you, it's like, it's nothing, you know, it's now so cool, we can open up. I appreciate those moments. Even when I take drives with my dad, because we always go to the Northwest. So in the car, 2 men, no radio, driving for 3 hours. The best thing on planet Earth. So I think kids must be, if they actually want to know about whether it's marriage, it's about life, it's about struggle, it's about whatever, just take a drive, Nalaban Club. Hit the road. You'll find out whatever you want to find out. And they'll be open.
2 points.
But it has to be consistent so that you build what's the word? Rapport. Yeah.
2 points and a solution. I'm sorry that we're dragging this thing for so long.
Yeah.
Number one, that's going to require you to spend time with these people. That's already part of the problem for us living in the city.
A problem and a challenge, yeah.
Yeah. We're just not spending time with them.
And we choose not to.
Well, you can say we choose it.
No, a situation. Here's what I'm saying, it's a challenge.
What you're doing on that Saturday?
It's a challenge.
No, it's go watch a rugby or the Formula 1 Amachitako.
Whereas
you could have taken that drive to that uncle or that aunt. Yes.
No, it's not that easy for everyone.
No, but I'm saying it's a choice though. We shouldn't make it seem like it's a difficult thing. It's a choice that you're making.
But not everybody's 3 hours, 2 hours away. Some people are a day bus away.
Yes, man, you're gonna chill na much the next morning you only recover about 3. That was that drive and coming back.
No, yes. So spending time with them is the one thing. The other thing, and this one is very difficult, is knowing the right questions to ask. And this used to help spending time with the Mlotshwa. And by Mlotshwa, I'm not talking family. I'm talking if you're a young guy spending time with older guys and you hear them speaking about things you'd never thought of. Hey, young and you're like, you want to tell, no, you're wrong, but they're older than you. So then you're like, okay, I've got a question here. I'm going to go to my father and ask, say, what do you think about Shaya Ban Bismam? And then so the questions that you ask to what you were saying about why have you not told me all these years? You've never asked. This is the first time you're asking, not directly. It's like, I've decided to get married. Oh, you're asking me a question. Let me answer you about marriage.
Direct.
You never asked me.
And with the time comes the rapport. Because some people, if there's no rapport and you ask the question, you might not get the
they
answer.
won't give you an answer.
A quick line, quick sticks, keep it moving.
Yeah.
Bye. But the more you spend time and build that rapport, then you can start asking those questions.
A potential solution, and this has worked for me a lot in romantic relationships, and because we live in a social media life now, going back to where we started. Whenever you find, I know a friend of mine does this in his family group. Whenever you find a TikTok clip, YouTube short, Instagram reel, Facebook reel that triggers you, whenever you watch a movie, acrimony, which triggers you, send that shit to your loved ones.
Yeah.
immediately you send it to your partner, you send it to your sister, like, that guy was a piece of shit. You're like, hey.
Starts the conversation.
When are you about to go jola, or hey, let me warn you something about men. I realize you actually don't know men. And it's the first time you're exposing. You send it to your mom is like, no, bego right vele amshaya lo baba. Abantu bese mabe bakhohle, you're like, "Hayi. Mama, you can't say that it's fine for men." So now you're engaging. Yindaba uthi bego right. No, ukuthi abantu bese mama banokuqamba amanga, and you're like, "Yes, sis, mama, you can't be telling me this." But now you guys are having an engagement.
Now you're having the chat.
It wouldn't have happened organically if you asked it. Do you think men should hit women?
Yeah.
It becomes those little things. And there's a friend of mine who, as an example, when he bumps into, it could be things like culture. Where you no, pela, amapedi, benza kanjeni, uthi, hey, ntate, I've never heard of this before. Then your dad is like, oh no, we don't do this, our
Because
family.
of,
Or, hey, no, we kind of lost it, whatever.
Yeah.
As a potential solution, every time you get those things, you send it to your uncle or your aunt or your sister or your partner, and you're like, check this out. And then if they just send a smiling emoji or whatever, fine.
Yeah.
If they just like, look at this post, Ntwani. Yes, I'm like, let's have a chat. Because I think there's something I need to manage fast.
Yeah. I remember I posted one about family houses. In the family group. There's that lady that was on David Mashevela's podcast. She speaks about family houses.
So Lambert, I've said with her.
Yes, you haven't brought her here, ne?
No. I was supposed to.
Powerful lady. Because obviously, Uma Koko is old in fact too. She's got about 6-7 children. Something needs to happen to that family house. Already there's been 1 or 2 meetings. Konam agreement. I post angara. Like, okay, nizobona ukuthi neza kanjani. 2 or 3 of them, one aunt, 2 uncles, they're like, hey man, thank you for sharing that thing. At least it will help us unpack how we can solve this thing.
Sure.
But they didn't say it in the family group. But the fact that it's there and they've got information, it's up to them to decide.
Reference.
Yeah. So that thing you're saying is very important.
One of the biggest issues, I'll try and I'll get it here. Because when I sat with her, we never got to that. And that's actually why I invited her.
Hey, bro.
Said this thing of that stuff destroys families.
Like,
because it's almost the only asset you guys have.
Do you know the missing?
Yes,
the missing ingredient what you guys are saying, and I think people will miss it, is when you speak about sharing, is how consistent or how constant you guys do it. Because I think a lot of people, when they try the uncle or they try the aunt, they do it once or twice, then they give up. Like, you know what, there's nothing here. Instead of like this, like anything in life, if you want to get the diamonds, you need to keep digging. And ungapheli moya until such time. And it's not just trying to dig that hole there or that hole there. It is spreading as many holes so that you can get to that true treasure.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to get. Yeah. That healing, that growth, that development, whatever the case may be. Guys, mina ngidinga toilet.
Yeah, my bundles are out. Thank you.
They're out.
Yeah, nami nje ufuna ukushaya 6-9.
Ngoba mina ngifuna ukushaya 9.
Ngizongijwayela wena.
Ngishilo ngathi wena uyitotolozi specialist. Siyabonga Sizwe. Thank you so much to Tribal. Thank you so much to everybody who's going to be doing this show. Santana, guys. Hi. Cisha Sizwe.
Hayi, Sizwe mfethu. Hayi.